Hi, thanks for being here. We're back with another video. I hope you guys are having a wonderful, wonderful Tuesday morning. Good morning, good morning, and good morning. Y'all can't tell I'm downstairs today. Good morning, good morning. Let me speak to everybody right quick. Let me speak to everybody. Let's see. Rose Armstead, good morning. SD Warren, good morning. Good morning, good morning. Mary Giles, good morning. Erica Butler, good morning. Miss Pruitt, good morning. Tara, good morning. Erica Rogers, Denise Slade, Reba 0616, Tamara Walls, good morning. Maddie Pope, good morning. Cheryl Williams, good morning. Big Steak, good morning. Dolores Campbell, good morning. Lana Thomas, good morning. Siobhan Foster, good morning. Sweet Essence, good morning. Leslie Salmon, good morning. Shirley Terry, good morning. Grandma 504, good morning. And Denise Shawnee's Darden. I'm talking about Denise. Shawnee's Darden, good morning. Deborah Johnson, good morning. Cupcake Mamas, good morning. Deborah Banks, good morning. Angela Cuff, good morning. Brown Eyes, good morning. Greatness Love, good morning. Marion's Favorites, good morning. Delilah T, good morning. Sheila Rumpf, good morning. Felicia, good morning. Diamond Eyes, good morning. Angela Kelly, good morning. SC, good morning. Essex Tender again, good morning. What is that? Valeria Rayleigh, good morning. Y'all give me 1 second. All right, I'm back. Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, so everything said in the video is alleged and in my opinion and is used for fair use and entertainment. I hope you guys are having a great morning, got your coffee and your tea, getting or got where you need to be this morning. Let's get into our news. It says, I'm new here. Good morning. Good morning, KK. Thanks, and thanks for being here and welcome. You guys welcome KK here. She is new. She is new, so you guys welcome KK. All right, we love having newcomers. All right, and subscribe while you're here. Let's get into the show. All right, honey. Y'all know we like to go ahead and get the politics out of the way first because, baby, it's a lot going on. All right, so Representative, let's share so you guys can watch along with me, of course. All right. Yes, good morning. Welcome to the chat, KK. All right. As you guys can see, coming up on my screen. Why did I set this screen? I don't know. Let's give it a second. All right, there we go. All right. All right, so as you guys can see on my screen, Representative Al Greenchild, who was removed from congressional address, vows to introduce impeachment articles against Trump within 30 days, y'all. So they're looking to impeach Trump. Did y'all know that? They're trying to get his ass out of office. He should have been out of office, okay? He came in January. His ass should have been right back out in January. Came in January and ass should have been right the hell back out. But let's get into what this person had to say, child, because I said, praise the Lord. Finally, somebody get it. Impeachment is the answer.
For every Goliath, there is a David. And I want you to know, Mr. President, this David is going to bring articles of impeachment against you within the next 30 days.
Hey.
Within the next 30 days.
Come on.
I'm bringing articles of impeachment. I'm coming for you, Mr. President. This David is coming for you. You don't deserve the office you hold. You can't be entrusted with liberty and justice for all. You can't be entrusted with government of the people, by the people, for the people.
Come on.
I'm coming for you. I'm your David.
Come on,
For
David.
every Goliath, there is a David. And I want you to know, Mr. President, this David is going to bring articles of impeachment against you within the next 30 days.
Come on.
Within the next 30 days. I'm bringing articles of impeachment. I'm coming for you, Mr. President. This David is coming for you. You don't deserve the office you hold. You can't be entrusted with liberty and justice for all. You can't be entrusted with government of the people, by the people, for the people.
Yes.
I'm coming for you. I'm your David.
Come on, David.
For
yes, honey. I like talk like that. That woke me up. I was like, "Ooh, yes, honey." Got my mojo going. All right, so let's get into it, y'all. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked. All right, so it said that the Democratic Congressman Al Green, the Texas lawmaker who famously introduced articles of impeachment against Donald Trump during his first term, is making headlines again. Says that this time it's coming weeks after Green was removed from President Trump's recent joint congressional address for protesting. It says that during an anti-Trump rally in Washington, D.C. on Saturday, Green made it crystal clear that he's coming for Trump again with impeachment on his mind. Says that he is a Goliath. Green said to the energized crowd, it says, but my friends, honey, said from for every Goliath, there is a David. I know that's right. You better say it. He went on to say that I want you to know that, Mr. President, this David is going to bring articles of impeachment against you within the next 30 days. Okay. Yes, honey. 30 days and 30 nights. Your ass got to think about them getting impeached out here. I added that. So this isn't Green's first rodeo when it comes to challenging Trump. It says that says that he's got receipts from when he stepped up during Trump's presidency, and now he's back at it louder and bolder. I like people like this, honey. Say it. Get out there. Put it out there. Present impeachment, because that's what we need to get his ass up out of there, because, baby, he got these tariffs going up. China is fighting back. They're talking about war. What we going to a war for? I said it before. Everything is out of whack now that he is in office, and it's all about control. He will not give in because of control. So, hey, child, hey, we'll take this Al Green. Hell, I even take the other Al Green, okay? I'll take it too. I don't care. Whoever's name is Al Green, baby, I'll take it at this point, because he is speaking the word. Do you hear me? I love it. Let's move on, baby. Whew, that woke me up. Child, I felt the spirit a little bit behind that. Let me get up here and start shouting or something. All right. Let's get on to the next topic, child. Y'all know I like talk like that, honey. Let me know. Ooh, child. All right, so this fool here, child, coming up on my screen says that they are gearing up and they are open, child, for leaving the door open. Child, like the songs, I'm going to leave the door open for a 2028 presidential run. It's a hell no. It's like having Trump in there. First of all, you talk too damn much, okay? You talk too damn much, and the shit you be saying we don't want to hear. So I know I ain't going to hear it when your ass try to be up and be president. Okay. I mean, damn, didn't you just get cussed out by LeBron? LeBron, you got any more cussing out in you? Because come and cuss him out one more good time so he can shut his ass up. Like, no. Put a one in the chat if y'all up for this fool on my screen running for 2028 president. Hello? Let me see how y'all feel up in here. Put a one in the chat if you up for this clown on my screen running for damn president. LeBron, please get in here and jack him up and cuss his ass out again. Okay? Cuss his ass out again. What the hell? When I saw this, I said, is it April Fool's? And then I had to remember, bitch, it's the 8th. No. I was living in reverse when I saw this shit. I said, what? Hold up. You got me out here on my Benjamin Button bullshit in reverse. I said, damn, did we go back to April the 1st when I saw this shit? Damn. All right, so... Stephen A. Smith Hunter says that he is leaving the door open, like the song said. You better leave it closed for a 2028 presidential election. All right. So it said that Stephen Smith Hunter may not be launching a presidential campaign, but for the first time, he is not shutting the idea down either. Lord God. It said that speaking at the NAB show in Las Vegas, says that the spokesperson, ESPN commentator, revealed that that the growing buzz around his political potential has gotten too real to ignore. Where that had happened at? Where was I? I know I be in these YouTube streets. I ain't synced in my Moses voice. Nothing about that. But let's continue. Said that over the last few weeks that I've had no choice but to get more serious about it. Oh God. It said that according to the Barrett media, said that I've been approached by people on Capitol Hill. I've been approached by people who are elected officials in office, whether it's governors or mayors or what have you, child. He out here lying again. Says that people have legitimately, girl, seriously asked me about it. Says I have no desire to be a politician, but I've decided that I'm no longer going to close that door. Well, let me close it for you. All right. Says that I'm going to keep my options open. I'm going to entertain the possibility if it comes in late 2026, 2027, where I look at this country and I think that it's an absolute mess. And there's legitimate reason to believe, child, that I indeed have a legitimate shot to win the presidency of the United States. Said that I am not going to rule it out. Well, I will. Okay. Moving on, girl. Says that the comments remarks a major shift from Smith, says that who spent months brushing off rumors about a potential presidency run, says that now with big names in politics reportedly reaching out that he's taking the idea more seriously, girl. It says that Smith emphasized that he's enjoying his current life with a new $100 million contract at ESPN plus radio, podcasts, and media deals in the mix. Says that politics isn't a move, but he's looking rather into making it lightly. Says, but if he ever did run, that he made one thing clear, that he wouldn't be doing it for attention. What you doing it for? Said that he's been that he'd be in it to win. What do y'all think about this? I don't know. No. This person right here said exactly what I was thinking. This person said, nah, you can go ahead and close it. Right, baby, close the door. Don't leave the door open. Baby, close the door. Child. Rock the boat and tip that bitch over. We are out of here with you, sir. It's a chop. It's a chop. It's a chop. We not seeing it for you. Like, hell no. Hell, I vote for Kevin Hart over you. I will vote for the midget Kevin Hart over you. And we all know I don't want to do that. I sure will. I would. I will vote Jim Carrey in office before I vote your ass in there with his crazy ass. Hell no, Stephen Smith. Take your ass back over there to ESPN, talk your shit, and get cussed out by LeBron like you supposed to do, and stop entertaining. I don't know who these politicians that you said. I need names. I need names of people who went to Stephen Smith to encourage him on this bullshit. Okay, politicians, where are you? Because I need receipts now. I just can't. Talking about people been approaching him on Capitol Hill. Well, stay your ass off the hill. Stay your motherfucking ass off the hill. I'm sorry, y'all. I got to go off on his ass just a little bit. Okay. The motherfucker said, I don't care if it's 2026, 27, child. I don't give a hot damn if it's 2025, all the way through 2097. Your ass better not be thinking about voting. Getting voted in. Hell no. Let me get off here. That's getting me mad. Hell. That's getting me mad. Damn, I need a shot of liquor like your girl be over there drinking her brown liquor in line. Was that a shot? Maybe. All right, let's move on, child, because y'all know we messy. We are messy. We are messy. Now, somebody else, child, who is going to always bring it all the way back full circle. Y'all know I love this person when it comes to politics, baby. You already know who we about to pull up. Yes, God, no, none other, honey, than Representative Jasmine Crockett, honey, says that she sparked some backlash after passionate defense of migrants. Says that the fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to farm right now, okay? Says that we done picking motherfucking cotton, all right? You better tell them, I ain't picking no damn cotton. Don't you dare pull up to my house talking about, real, we're here to pick you up. You better zoom out, bitch, because, no, ain't be none of that. The only cotton I got is in my damn drawer, and it's folded up, bitch. All right? Yep, it's folded up. We ain't picking nothing over here. Let's move on. Yes, honey. Says the caramel omelet, have you already ran in heavenly? Child, not yet. No, we ain't ran in heavenly yet, baby. Y'all know I'm gonna get in heavenly's ass. She's on the list, though. She is definitely on the list to get ran. Slam over, all right? I'm gonna run over her damn leg, her arm, and every damn thing else in a few minutes. Yes, honey, we're gonna run over her ass with these reads in a few damn minutes. All right, but let's get into old Jasmine and what she had to say, child, because don't nobody give you a good political read down like Jasmine Crockett, baby. Let's go.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now. Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands.
Shut out, schoolboy.
You're not. We done picking cotton.
Come on.
We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation.
I know that's right. Come on.
So I had to go around the country and educate people about what immigrants do for this country, or the fact that we are a country of immigrants.
Right.
The fact is, ain't none of y'all trying to go and farm right now.
Okay.
Okay, so I'm lying. Raise your hands.
You gotta let them know.
You're not. You're not. We done picking cotton.
For real though.
We are. You can't pay us enough to find a plantation. I know that's right. So
Period. Okay. Says the child Representative Jasmine Crockett said the quiet part out loud while making a strong case for why migrants are essential to the U.S. economy. Says that we are a country of immigrants. Okay. Says that none of y'all are trying to go and farm right now. I know I ain't. Child said that we done picking cotton and is. Says that she said during the heated debate that's now going viral online. Says that Crockett's comments sparked both praise and backlash. Says that, but many agree that she said what a lot of folks are thinking. And that's why I like her, because she's not afraid to say what we want to say. So we definitely got somebody in office that will definitely step up and say what we want to say. And she said in a whole ghetto fashion, like I love. Don't be trying to be prim and proper for these white folks. Say that shit how we would say it right up over here. Okay. Hell to the motherfucking no. All right, let them know, Jasmine. We're not trying to be picking no damn cotton. I mean, you deporting all these damn Mexicans and people. Let their ass stay over here. I keep saying, who else is gonna cut my grass for $5? Who else is gonna trim my damn hedges for $10? Like, stop it, Trump. You hate. It sounds like you hating. It sounds like some hateration going on up in here. Stop sending all the damn Mexican people and all the other people that you say don't supposed to be here up out of here. I keep saying, why your wife still here? Why your wife here? Okay, First Lady OnlyFans. Melanoma Trump. That's what I call her ass. Melanoma Trump. Why is her ass still here? She should have been the first one out of here on the first thing damn smoking. She ain't from here. She is not from here with her broken English speaking ass. And y'all know I'm telling the damn truth. Her ass supposed to have been the hell up out of here. She don't even hold his damn hand, let alone be seen with his ass. That's who you should have sent on out of here. She won't hold your hand. Every time y'all see them walking side by side, he reaches his hand over there trying to touch her hand. She be like, nigga, fuck out of here. I don't do that fake shit in public. That's what she let his ass know. You should have been sent her on. Okay, she already said she don't want to live in the White House anyway if y'all win the election. So she don't want to be there. Go on and send her ass on back where she came from. All right. I ain't like her when she repeated President, what's her name? Michelle Obama's y'all remember she went back and repeated word for word Michelle Obama's passage that she did and stood up there with a straight face like she wrote the shit. I was like, this bitch fucking crazy. Okay. And I just want to say, I was like, girl, shut your ass up in here. Shut yourself up in here, child. We ain't nobody trying to hear you. Like, we already heard this before. We heard Michelle when she said it, okay? Now you up here with the broken English version. Like, we don't want to hear that shit. Get out of here. And what I was trying to say, the American people. That's her ass up there. I was like, Michelle didn't sound like that. Michelle didn't ever sound like that when she was standing up there. But okay, girl, go off, girl. Go off. Okay. The American people on that shit, rolling the tongue. I was like, bitch, shut up. Shut your ass up. Okay. Donald Trump, child, we ain't done. We not done, child. We about to get on through politics. Then we're gonna get into the mess. All right. Y'all know that's how the foreign people talking. Spitting all over folk, child. She was just spitting all over the damn place. The American people. Shut your ass up. All that damn tongue rolling. Trying to sound like Michelle up there. Trying to sound like Michelle. That's what her ass was doing. And for democracy, can't even tell, democracy and the American peoples and President Trump. Shut your ass up, girl. Hear that bullshit. All right, so Donald Trump, child, gets Supreme Court to pause the court order requiring his administration to bring back Maryland father that they mistakenly deported, y'all. Y'all remember we talked about this the other day, the man that they just up and deported his ass up over there and to El Salvador. His ass is in a prison over there, child. And they thought he was involved in gangs and all this other shit. So they had a certain deadline to have him return. I think the deadline was today, if I'm not mistaken. But they were like, yeah, we need a little more time because the people over there in El Salvador ain't cooperating. So we're gonna need a little more time on this extradition process right here. Okay. Y'all laughing at me over here with my foreign talk. Nothing against nobody in my chat if y'all are foreign. Y'all know I say some crazy outlandish shit, and it's nothing personal towards anybody. I just cannot stand the Trumps, like on any level. I don't care what level you put me on, up here, down here. It's the same feeling. Here is hell no. Here is motherfucking no. Here is hell to the motherfucking no. Okay, 3 levels, and I'm still on no. All right, but anywho, right here, girl. Let's get into Trump, child, as his wife would call him, Trump. Okay, President Trump. Okay, let's talk about this. Shout out to Hollywood Unlocked.
This was not a surprise to Mr. Abrego Garcia's attorney. I spoke with him earlier today, and in an email he sent me about an hour and a half ago, he said, I am expecting a ruling like this, that they may stay the ruling of the lower court and then give us some time to file a brief. He then sent me another statement just a few minutes ago. This is from Simon Sandoval Motionberg. He says, this is just a temporary administrative stay. We have full confidence that the Supreme Court will resolve this matter as soon as humanly possible. Now, what we want you to hear is what the Solicitor General of the United States told the Supreme Court in an appeal earlier today, as well as what the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals in Richmond had to say in a unanimous decision earlier today. In a 130, so this was not a surprise to Mr. Abrego Garcia's 3-page appeal filed this morning. Solicitor General D. John Sauer writes, Judge Paul Azzini's ruling is an absurdly compressed mandatory deadline that vastly complicates the give and take of foreign relations negotiations. He goes on to write, this order and its demand to accomplish sensitive foreign negotiations post-haste and effectuate Abrego Garcia's return tonight is unprecedented and indefensible. But the Fourth Circuit Court of Appeals in Richmond, where an appeal was filed Friday, writes, the United States government has no legal authority to snatch a person who is lawfully present in the United States off the street and remove him from the country without due process. The government's contention otherwise, and its argument that the federal courts are powerless to intervene, are unconscionable. Appearing on MSNBC this afternoon, Abrego Garcia's attorney, 3-page appeal filed, Simon Sandoval Monchenberg, had this reaction to the decision to go to the Supreme Court.
I don't think there's anyone in this country who genuinely believes that if we didn't just pick up the phone and make a good faith phone call, that we couldn't get him back within a day or two. I mean, the connections between our government and the government of El Salvador when it comes to these deportations to this prison, they put Kristi Noem inside the walls of the prison and they got her back out.
In its filing, the Solicitor General says Abrego Garcia is a member of MS-13 and bases that claim on a confidential informant who came forward in 2019. However, Abrego Garcia was given the legal status of withholding of removal that same year. And his attorney points out the government never appealed it, never issued an indictment, and he was allowed to stay in the United States where he was raising a family and had a job as a journeyman apprentice in the sheet metal trade. Abrego Garcia was arrested on March 12th as Simon headed to the bus stop to pick up his children. According to his attorney, he was told his status had changed. However, in court Friday, the attorney representing the government, who has since been suspended, told the judge he was unable to produce a document showing a legal reason Kilmar Abrego Garcia was deported to El Salvador.
Damn, they make everybody shave their head in that prison like that too? And then they make them hold their head down like that when they bring them in? That's some bullshit. Damn.
Okay, Paul, the Supreme Court gave Abrego Garcia's lawyer until tomorrow to respond. But again, we understand he already has. What can you tell us about that? And what's the timeline from here on?
Sure. I checked the Supreme Court's docket just a few minutes ago and noticed that Mr. Abrego Garcia's attorney has already filed that response. And here's a couple of things he says. He says that Abrego Garcia sits in a foreign prison solely at the behest of the United States as the product of a Kafkaesque mistake. He also says the government can and does return, headed to the bus stop to pick wrongfully removed migrants as a matter of course. And he goes on to say the government is unlikely to succeed on the merits of the case. Its application to this court is built on a series of straw men. So that was filed. It's 22 pages long. It was filed with the Supreme Court just a little while ago. So the question now is the timing. It's unclear. He was given until 5 o'clock tomorrow, but now he's already filed it. So do we hear from the Supreme Court tomorrow? It's an open question. Just have to keep watching, Jim and Sean.
And we know you will. Paul Wagner with the latest for us. Paul, thank you.
Wrongfully removed.
Damn. Buddy Cuz still over there, child. Buddy Cuz is still
A federal judge has ordered the return.
All right, so let's go ahead and read up a little bit. Now, according to CNN, in 2019, an immigrant judge granted Abrigo Garcia protection against deportation back in El Salvador. Says that despite entering the U.S. illegally from El Salvador around 2011, Abrigo Garcia's attorney said that he fled his homeland because of gang violence over a decade ago. Now, back in his native land, it says that he faces persecution by local gangs. It said that despite a previous immigration judge ordering his protection, the Immigration and Customs Enforcement Agency under Donald Trump sent the Maryland father back to his native El Salvador on March the 15th. And on March 31st, Donald Trump's administration finally acknowledged their mistake, calling the incident an oversight and an administrative error. They need to get his ass back up over here then, before he be unalived. Because the last thing you want to be doing if you in the gang and you don't up and left the gang without saying nothing, they looking for your ass, because that's seen as like you turning your back on them, you being disloyal. They probably think his ass cooperated with the feds or something. I don't know, but anywho and anyway, are they enslaved? I don't know why that came to my mind. Are they enslaving all these damn prisoners up over there? It's giving a Brittany Griner in them these damn prisons. Y'all remember when Brittany Griner was locked up over there overseas? They had her ass over there working in one of those damn prisons. It's given they making them do like free labor or something. I'm gonna say allegedly, because I ain't up over there, ain't trying to be over there. But that's why they say you don't want to get locked up abroad, because they have like different laws and crazy shit to be going on up over there. Like they say you don't want to be locked up in Mexico, wake up with all kind of burritos up your ass and shit. You don't want to be definitely over there in El Salvador. As soon as you drop land or something, they done shaved your damn head and you looking like everybody else over there. How they gonna figure out who the hell he is when they do go over there to get his ass? Because everybody look the same. I mean, damn. I ain't trying to be funny, but damn. Okay, Abrigo Garcia. I mean, it's probably about 100,000 in mugs up in the name Abrigo. So as soon as they say Abrigo, your ass is free. Come on up out of here. Hell's gonna be about 100 people running to the door. How you know which one is which? Everybody's damn head is shaved the same. Everybody look the same to me just now in the video. No cap. Okay. Let's see.
To the U.S. of a Maryland man mistakenly deported to El Salvador. The federal government had previously admitted inside that federal courthouse in Greenbelt, Maryland, where that ruling just came down. And you can see there are protesters there with smiles on their faces as we have heard that. Do we want to listen in here?
Mm-hmm. I told you, yeah, you schoolboy just co-signed. I said, damn, they over there working the hell out of them like they did Brittany Griner. They worked the hell out of Brittany Griner. She shaved all her damn hair off. I said, well, hot damn. Shave all her damn hair off over there.
Okay. In the meantime, we actually have the director at Robert A. Levy Center for Constitutional Studies, Thomas Berry, joining us now. Thomas, good to see you. Obviously, that is breaking news here. What happened? What do we know?
Well, this is a big development in the case. The government had argued that it was impossible to have a court order to bring this person back to the country because the government of the United States argued that he's in the custody of El Salvador. They have no power to bring him back. The person who was removed, his attorneys said that we should at least ask nicely, and also we're paying for him to be held there. We're giving money to the government of El Salvador. So at the very least, we can get a court order asking our government to ask their government to bring him back and to stop sending money for his detention. So clearly the judge thought those arguments were strong and
inside that federal court.
That ain't gonna do nothing but make them, they can hold on to him even tighter. If you're gonna stop the money, they really not gonna cooperate with your ass. I mean, damn.
And now we're going to see whether the U.S. government complies with this court order.
How does this work? How does a federal judge in the United States of America tell El Salvador you must return this person back to America when they're not even a U.S. citizen?
it seems like it has to be, U.S. court orders have to operate against the U.S. government. So it has to be a chain reaction type of thing. We ask the U.S. federal government to use its diplomatic powers, but clearly this is a close collaboration between the U.S. and El Salvador. This was an agreement that these people being deported would be held at this particular prison, and the U.S. would help pay for their being detained there. So clearly this U.S. judge thought that effectively we have the power to get him back by using our diplomatic power, our powers of persuasion, and maybe the power of the purse, withholding this money.
And we know that the Trump administration has close ties with Nayib Bukele, the president there of El Salvador. The critics will say, why are we bringing back someone who is under an illegal status here at the United States, who the government alleges has ties to a highly criminal gang known as MS-13? Why is this happening? Is it because of how it went down, more so because of the error that happened that led to him being sent back to El Salvador?
Yeah, it's because there is a clear error that even the U.S. government admitted. Even if someone is generally deportable, if there's a withholding order that says you can't be deported to a particular country because it's particularly dangerous, courts have to comply with that, and the federal government has to comply with that. And I think this just shows the danger of wrongful deportations when the federal government moves too fast and lumps everyone into one category without checking whether these prior adjudications existed. And that seems to be what happened here.
And we're seeing video there of Obrego's wife there in court in Beltsville after this was just ordered by the judge. Thomas, before we go, is there the possibility or a probability that here at the United States, man is brought back to the United States, he goes back before a judge, and now there is a legal deportation order that sends him back?
There could be a legal deportation order to a different country other than El Salvador. To send him back to El Salvador, the government would have to appeal that withholding order, which seems unlikely. So it seems like the easier path would be to attempt to deport him somewhere else, but that would also be subject to challenge and likely have to go before an immigration judge.
And for people who are unclear on what that means, the withholding, he was reporting to a judge under the guise that the government was alleging that he had these ties.
Country. So he is Salvadoran. He grew up there, and he claimed that his family was at risk of persecution by gangs in his native country. So that particular country would be unacceptably dangerous for him to be deported to. So this withholding order essentially said you can deport him to other countries, but not El Salvador. It's just too dangerous.
How about don't deport him at all? Damn, that's effed up. That is effed up. All of them all buzz cut up, child. Damn, sir. Well, hopefully they send him back, because it looks like the deadline has come and gone, and he's still there. So it's given that they're not, because what was the deadline? They're supposed to have him back by 11:59 p.m. on Monday, child, April the 7th, and his ass still over there. Trump, this is why you need to be, their ass need to be deported. You need to be deported. You need to be impeached. Yeah, all of that, okay? I ain't gonna say nothing else, because child, we just saw what this man, child, his ass done got arrested for posting crazy shit on social media. So you can't be saying crazy shit about the president, but deportation and impeachment is a great start, okay? You gotta watch what you say out here, because child, they just arrested this man for saying some crazy shit on the internet, and they came and arrested his ass from a crazy ass post he made about Trump. So you gotta watch your mouth. I know you don't like a person, especially the president, but you gotta watch that, because Secret Service and the feds do be watching. They'll come and get your ass for that, okay? So that's why I'm choosing my words wisely as well, because I'm too cute to be locked up, child. I got too much shit to do to be coming up and locking my ass up. All right, so let's continue. Shout out to Reality Rundown. Let's get on into some reality TV stuff and whatnot. Cause child, all right. Cynthia is checking Kenya Moore. Y'all know the two of them going back and forth. Cynthia, I told you guys yesterday, Cynthia called and reached out to Kenya Moore after this whole Britt Edie situation, because Cynthia chose to become friends with and take Britt Edie's side. In this whole, detention that Kenya found herself in for showing some revenge P at her spa opening situation up over there on Real Housewives of Atlanta. All right. So Cynthia is checking Kenya and letting her ass know, look, bitch, you don't have to answer my calls. Okay. She told her ass like Usher, you ain't got to call, because I'm going to be all right tonight. All right. That's what she letting her ass know. You ain't got to pick up my damn calls, because I'll be all right tonight, bitch. All right. So they said, was Cynthia being a real friend by checking Kenya the way that she did? So this is what she's telling Kenya. She is saying, I'm getting to know Britt, but I know you. She says, I really hate that you let that get in the way of this. Okay. Says, I think that you're bigger than this, and I think that you're better than this. Okay. So she is getting frustrated at Kenya ignoring her and not trying to hear what she has to say in terms of trying to bridge the gap between she and Brittany. I don't think Kenya wants to, if somebody threaten me with a pow, it's up and stuck. Like, ain't nothing you can say. You can't apologize to me because the intentions of you threatening me with that was to harm me. So I don't give a damn. You said whips and pows, bitch. Yeah, no apology will ever fix that. I don't care. I'm not trying to hear it. It is what it is. All right. But then again, Kenya, you got to take responsibility for the shit that you did by showing revenge pictures. Okay. And the girl did bring flowers to try to apologize to you. All right. But Kenya didn't want to accept the apology, and it's up to her to accept the apology or not. But you cannot be out here doing that. And now Kenya is salty because Bravo decided to suspend her ass or put her on some type of pause, as they will, so that she cannot be on the show. And like I told y'all yesterday, her fans are upset. 50% of them are like, hey, we feel like Kenya should be back on the show. She's an OG on the show. I don't feel like it was that bad what she did. But a lot of people fail to realize, had it been you would have that same energy. You would be ready to snap off on a bitch if they did that to you too. So accountability needs to be had here. I get it that Kenya is an OG, but OGs are not above reproach, and that's just what this boils down to. All right, I was never a huge Kenya Moore fan, but I'm about what's right and what's wrong, and what she did was wrong. Brittany was wrong as well to threaten her in the manner that she did, because that could be seen as a terroristic threat. You cannot say you got a weapon and threaten someone in that way. If Kenya wanted to be messy or petty, she could have gone and filed some type of charges on her, and Brittany could have done the same, and y'all both would have been locked up, because it is a crime to put revenge P on someone, and it's also a crime to put out terroristic threats on someone as well. All right. So yeah, both of y'all need a lesson on being ladylike, because I'm tired of the bullshit. I'm tired of talking about Britt Edie, and I'm tired of Kenya Moore. Moving on. That's all I gotta say. All right. So Bootsy, let's get into Bootsy, child. Y'all know yesterday we told you guys Bootsy was in yet another accident now. Almost 2.5 weeks ago, he wrecked and totaled his Lambo. We shared that here on my channel. Shout out to the 453 watching. Okay. All right. So Bootsy's publicist has reached out, and she's confirmed. All right. She's talking about this current accident that Bootsy was just shown in yesterday, where there was a green BMW that was totaled. Some people were hurt. You guys saw people laying on the ground. We're going to see that here in a second. So Bootsy's publicist confirms that he was not hurt after he and his friends were involved in a car accident in Georgia. All right. So shout out to the Shade Room. It says that Bootsy's publicist has spoken out after images surfaced of him and his friends involved in an accident in Georgia. Says that according to Lauren LaRosa, says that the rapper was not hurt, and he was not and he was in the passenger seat. So they said he was not even driving. He was in the passenger seat. Someone else was driving. Says that Bootsy only went to the hospital to make sure that the driver was okay. So let's get into what it's saying here. Thank God he's all right. All right. So Lauren LaRosa, which is his publicist, says that I just spoke to Bootsy's publicist, who confirmed to me, says that Bootsy wasn't hurt in the car accident today that took place in Georgia. Says there's some info on the incident. Said that Bootsy was the passenger. Bootsy only went to the hospital to be sure that the driver was okay. Brown Girl Grinding also goes on to say Bootsy was on his phone in the passenger seat of the car involved in the accident. Says that he looked up for a second and then he was hit. Okay. Says that the accident happened in Georgia, not Memphis. Says that the car Bootsy was in doesn't belong to him. It belongs to the driver. So that's been cleared up, because what was perpetuated in yesterday's post was that Bootsy was driving and that Bootsy caused some type of accident and some people got hurt. So now it's been cleared up that Bootsy wasn't even driving. He was in the passenger seat, and the person who owned the car was actually driving and ran the red light and committed this accident. Okay. And was involved in. So other people were also hurt in. Let's cut the music, of course. All right. People laying on the ground. Car totaled. As you guys can see, the whole front end is smashed to God. It's a nice BMW too. I'm not a fan of the green color, but I guess. I don't know. All right, we'll pause it here in a second. You see somebody laying on the ground there. Front end of the car. Let's see. Front end of the car tow up. So that car is probably totaled. It's total. So those people got hurt. And it's all because the driver ran a red light. Okay, we covered this yesterday. All right. That's Boosie running around with no damn shirt on, looking like a 13-year-old. Why Boosie look like a 13-year-old with his shirt off? But that's the update on that, okay? So shout out to Boosie for being okay. And whoever was hurt in the accident, prayers to you that you get better. All right, so imagine being married and you and your spouse get into it and you decide to get rid of that nigga, be fuck nigga free out here, and the motherfucker win the lottery. Let's get into this. I said, hot damn. Now, I don't never like to spin the block on a nigga, but in this case right here, I don't know, Cammy, I might have to spin the block and get some shmoney, like Cardi B call it, okay? I might have to spin the block and get some money up off you, okay? Be like, you ain't really hurt me that bad, okay? I might stay here just a little bit. All right, till that check hit, then I'm up out of there again. Yeah, that's all right. But anyway, so a wife divorced her husband, and then 5 months later, he hit the lottery for $273 million. Again, I'm not, trying to be spinning the block on nobody, because when I'm done, I'm done. But in this case right here, maybe you ain't hurt me so bad, okay? I don't know. I might have to spin the block on you and get that money up off you. Let's get into it.
He's the ordinary Joe who just hit it big. Really big. Mike Worski won $273 million in the New Jersey Mega Millions jackpot. The 54-year-old winner is really enjoying his newfound celebrity status, but he's also finding himself in a bit of a pickle. Mike got divorced just 5 months ago. Now everybody is asking, will he give his ex-wife a share of his winnings? You see, during their 15-year marriage, Mike's ex-wife Eileen supported him. Mike didn't have a steady job. She's still paying him court-ordered alimony.
$270 million does not make me appealing to her. I don't care.
Don't care. It's done.
She didn't have a chance of getting back with me, and I don't want her back.
It sure doesn't sound like Mike will be writing his ex a check anytime soon. And there's another wrinkle in this story. Mike actually left his winning ticket on the counter at the convenience store. Assistant manager Phil Campolo found the ticket and kept it safe.
I picked them up, kind of glanced outside. He was already gone. And I just walked right back around and put them under my register.
He gave it back to Phil the next day, and the day after that, he won the jackpot.
Hey, Phil, good to see you again,
How you
buddy.
doing, Mike?
We reunited Mike with the honest-to-goodness good guy who made him a multimillionaire.
It still hasn't hit me.
He's the ordinary Joe who just...
That's a story for your ass. He's like, bitch, I wouldn't take her ass back. She don't look appealing to me. I didn't want to ask when I had her, and I damn sure don't want to ask back now. And she was paying him alimony, y'all. So imagine his ass winning the lottery for $273 million and she owe him alimony. It's time to go back to the courts and let him know he don't need it now, okay? I'm be as petty as hell. I would be as petty as hell. Then I would flip that shit on him and be like, yeah, and I would sue his ass. I'll find something to sue him for. I don't know, defamation or something, bitch. I'm gonna get some of that money up off your ass. But damn, y'all. And thank God that the guy behind the register was honest, because he could have took that damn ticket and be like, I want this shit. Like, he was honest and kept the ticket for him to come in the next day and gave it to him. And there he was, child, out here $273 million rich. All right, he about to have a boatload of hoes because he ain't nothing to look at. Y'all know the hoes gonna be flocking to him, baby, for that money. Because the money, honey, money will give you a whole flock of hoes out here, okay? It sure will. You ain't gotta be no looker. Look at Flavor Flav. Flavor Flav pulling women left and right because he got money. All right, and look like one of the gremlins. No shade to you, but he look like a whole gremlin, and he got hoes in different area codes out here. Look at Boosie. Boosie ain't nothing to look at, but he get all the fine women. You know why? Because he got some money in the bank. That's how it be. Okay. Look at Chris Rock. Chris Rock, child, when he looking like Pookie back then before he got his teeth fixed and all that. Oh, he was getting women. You better believe it. But and he still ain't nothing to look at. He got a little money though. Money changes things. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so the ugliest man out here, baby, can pull a beautiful woman if his pockets is right. All right. Speaking of somebody ugly and pulling women, what else, child? Chin and Ken over here, child. Chin and Ken is over here with the shenanigans. All right. Now, Trish, how strong you trying to be, sis? All right. Somebody brought this to my attention. I said, I guess I entertain it, child. I guess. Chin and Ken out here from Love and Marriage Huntsville are out here on the bullshit per usual. Let's go on and get into them too. I don't know how strong Chin is trying to be stronger than Ken out here. That's what it's giving. All right. Now, I could have gone without seeing this, but I guess since they want to show it, I guess we'll watch it. Okay. Since you made it public, I guess we'll watch it. We didn't need to see inside your bedroom, this big, huge ass picture over your bed. And her ass sitting up here like she about to get a damn pap smear with her feet all up in the damn air. And he looking like he about to give her a damn pap smear or something else. Pap smear with his mouth, maybe. I don't know. But let's get into these two clowns right here.
This world.
Child. This is what you call the idle mind being in the damn devil's workshop right here. This is an idle mind for your ass. Now, what if his strong built ass would have fell on top of your damn chin and crushed it? Your ass laying there like that doing that bullshit. Trying to show how strong you are. What if he'd have fell down on your chin and gave you a chin reduction in there? Stupid ass. The hell? Chin and kin in here. Look at this fool. Only a moist ass nigga will have his woman doing some shit like this. Only a moist ass nigga. Get your ass down. You supposed to be doing that to her. She's supposed to be up there and you lifting her up. I wish your head would have got caught in that damn ceiling fan. Was that nice to say? I wish you'd have stood straight up under that damn fan. Let me stop. That was not nice to say. Now stand up under the fan. Why can I see that happen to y'all? Oh, Lord, is the devil in me this morning, y'all? Why I want to see the ceiling fan clip him just a little bit for doing some stupid shit like that. Stand up right quick, Ken. Let that fan go side the back of your head. Let that fan DDT your ass in the back of your head. Why? Like, how strong you trying to be, Trish? Damn. Never, ever have I ever told my husband, come here, honey, let me lift you up. The fuck? Girl, no, get your ass up. Come here, baby, let me lay back and I'm going to lift you up like this. He going to be like, the fuck, you're not. About to have my ass fall in here and bust my damn forehead open. I'm going to explain that shit to the EMS when they get here. Yeah, my wife was trying to lift me up and my ass fell over. The fuck? Get your ass down from there, Ken. You too damn big for these shenanigans. Now stand up straight. We'll get a good tight fade in the back from that fan. Let that fan give you a good tight fade in the back. Stand up straight. Let that fan graze the back of your damn head for doing some dumb shit like this. These two right here. Get y'all asses up and go to the gym and work out. Do all this bullshit. Ain't nothing sexy about that. Ken, you look moist up there. You look more dripping moist. Fuck. Get him off my screen. Out of here with that bullshit. Anyway, that kind of made me mad a little bit. All right, so let's move on, child. Lord have mercy. People out here just on the bullshit. All right. Child. All right, so let's get into Crescendo Rock, child. Crescendo Rock, child. She's out here talking about baby Benjamin Button out here, Lord. And let's get into it. Every other day she's breaking up with Blue. Ain't that what she call him, child? Dude, Blue, bro. Blue. That's her in every fucking video. So let me tell y'all about Blue and what Blue had to do. Like, girl, shut up. We don't give about Blue. So now she says that Blueface and his mother Carlissa are evil and constantly attacking her son, and claims that she only answers Blue's calls and tells him that she loves him out of fear. That's baby Benjamin Button, girl. She dressed that baby like when she go to church, she dressed the baby like baby Benjamin Button out here, child with the hat on. I was like, girl, the baby have on the whole fedora. I ain't never seen no 1-year-old with a fedora on in church, but go off. Anyway, let's go into what she had to say.
I just don't understand, like, why are you doing this to our son? Like, all right, remember the last year, 2 years ago, he dropped a diss, I dropped a diss.
Lord.
He posted my son penis, genitals on Twitter. He just can't handle when I put my foot down, bro. All right, for example, I just broke up with him. Once I'm like, yo, how about, let me focus. Let me get this right. Like, I got so much potential, so much fire in me. I can get this right. Like, Lord God, like for real. Like, that's how I be feeling. Like, you can really feel when something is really in your way or holding you back as an anchor, like, and it's not good. So, like, I'm having a real adult.
Could you be the one holding you back? Could you be your anchor in your life that's holding you back? Because no one keeps telling you to run back to Blue, who keeps showing you what he always do. Okay, that's what it's giving. That's what it's giving. Shout out to Schoolboy for pointing out the kiosk jewelry from the mall. That's probably why she got them tattoos to cover up the green from that fake ass Amazon jewelry her ass is wearing. But let's continue, Mary Poppins. Okay.
No conversation over the phone. You know what this dude do? Okay, I unfollow him. Whatever he started doing story times. One of his story times he had on his page, it was like one of these girls. She mentioned my son, right? He posted it on his story. I'm not even mad at the female. I just know him as a person against our son. It's demonic, bro. It's demonic, bro.
Was it demonic to arrange for his real daddy not to be here no more, allegedly? I feel like that was a little demonic, but go off.
Demonic, bro. Like, he's so disrespectful when it comes to our son. It's disgusting, bro. And you know, I'm answering the phone. I'm saying I love you. I'm going to be honest, bro. That's out of fear. I've been trying to, like, dim my light just so he don't get as mad as he usually do and as bad as he do with our son. Like, I can't even explain it, bro. Like, everybody like, why she answer the phone? Why she... Bitch, I'm scared. Because the next time he see a... Okay. Y'all seen how he followed his mom? And then unfollowed her? He didn't follow his mom because he F with his mom. He followed his mom because he know his... What do she call my son all day long? She say he's retarded. Come on now, that lady is evil and out to get me and my son. She's dissing her own grandchild on social media. I'm saying this to say, bro, don't get it messed up. Like, yeah, I love him. I'm riding for him. But I know his character traits, bro. I know his patterns, bro. Soon as we beef, he hurt our kid, and it's so evil. So I need y'all. Our son is off limits while we're not.
But how is he doing all this behind the jail walls is my thing. How is he hurting your son from behind jail? What is he doing? What is he doing? He's in jail, girl. Are you allowing words to keep you from moving on with your life? Okay. You do know that every jail phone call is recorded. So if he's making threats towards you in jail, that's recorded. So why would you not report that? And if you're that much in fear of your life, he can get more time. Like, you gotta know how to move out here in a room full of vultures when it comes to that shit. If he's already in jail, he's where he's supposed to be. If he's making some type of subtle threats towards you, you let the people that's up in there know, hey, I'm scared. And the last 3 phone calls that he had made towards me was threatening me. And I fear for my life. All right, they can go back and listen to them calls and be like, yeah, right here, he was a little aggressive right here. He was a little abrasive in his tone and what he said. And they can go ahead and extend that time, give him some more time in there to think about why he's still on the bullshit. Obviously, he ain't learned no lesson. And obviously, you should have stepped back a long time ago from him because he is toxic as hell. I ain't trying to be with nobody who knocked my damn tooth out anyway. I'm just saying. I'm just saying you can't even eat corn right fucking with him. You can't even eat ear corn right fooling with him because you cannot let go. And I get it. And I saw somebody put in their soul ties. Yes, that's exactly what it is. But bottom line is your focus needs to be not on his mother, Carlissa, not even on him. Your focus needs to be on your son, who is obviously developmentally delayed. You need to be focused on getting him from point A to point B to point C and so on and so forth. He has a lot of issues. So it's not doing you any good to keep doing the back and forth. One day you talking about y'all married. The next day y'all broke up. The next day you back with him. The next day you forgive him. The next day is Yahweh. You on the stage, child at church, holding up church. People trying to get out of there and go home and look at TV and eat dinner. And you up there, Yahweh, 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 Yahweh is only God's way. And that's fine. But then don't leave there and act like somebody all baddies over there on the Zeus network ready to fight again once you get out of there from the Yahweh on that. Okay. That's all I'm saying. Pick one. And no one is perfect. Okay. No one is perfect. But bottom line, girl, stop fooling with him. It's like she's doing so good when she does the church thing. I love to see her in that mode. But then when she goes back to fooling with him again, yeah, she be holding up church. She do. She be holding up church. I'll be like, you already shouted 6 times, all right? And the pastor already said this is going to be the last selection from the choir. You want to get up and shout again. That was shout number 6. And we supposed to have been in the car. I supposed to already been in the parking lot walking to my car. And you want to be up shouting again, Yahweh, Yahweh. You still in the fake spirit out here and just go out here and fight again. That's all I'm saying. I'm tired of the shit. So bottom line, stop fooling with him. Focus on your son. Focus on Yahweh. And whatever you're going to be doing out here, girl, and get your life together. All right? Get off my screen. Get off my screen with the damn Mary Poppins bullshit. I'm over it. I am over it. Moving on. Fuck out of here. All right. Child. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to go there. I really had to go there. Okay, yeah. All right, so let's get into some more news that I know you absolutely can use. All right, so let's get into... Girl, that was up there singing, child. Sounding a hot mess. I said, what the hell? Yahweh, Yahweh. I said, oh, okay. Sing through it, girl. Sing through it. All right, Dwight Howard, girl. Let's get into Dwight Howard and his damn shenanigans, all right? Dwight Bussy Howard. Let's get into him right quick, child. Dwight Bussy Howard. That's your new name right here. I gotta laugh at this shit because I already knew this was about to happen. I knew it was coming. I knowed it, like the old people say, honey. I knowed it. Say, oh Lord, not these clowns. Yes, God, these clowns. Okay. Said, Carrie how many? She shouted 6 times, Tar. She damn sure did. I shouted. I counted 6 times in that same service. She shouted 6 times. Nobody's supposed to shout 6 times in church because that means you holding up the service. That's what it means. Now, I know the Lord can use you many times in church, all right? But you don't got to shout all them times, all right? Just lift your hand and be like, thank you, Lord, and sit your ass down, all right? The rest of us ready to go. I feel like, damn, what's the pastor name? He talking about close the damn doors, lock the door. I feel like his ass got up there right quick. That's what I felt like. I'm like, damn, y'all got to take him another offering. It's like, what is it? Offering number 8. Oh, God. And she shouting over here 6 times. Girl, we never going home. All right. But anyway, let's continue. Dwight Howard, Dwight Bussy Howard, child. He and Amy Luciana, child. Amy Lucifer. They asked us them broke up, child. They said right before Valentine's Day. Okay. Y'all don't make me laugh. I see y'all in the chat. I ain't even gonna look. Now they said that Dwight got violent with Amy, you guys, and a police report was filed. So Amy went and filed a police report on Dwight Howard. And said that Dwight Howard was out with some trannies. Dwight was caught messing with trannies again. But are you surprised, Amy? Because did you not just know he had a recent lawsuit that another guy who was said to be of the LGBTQ community messing with Dwight Howard via DM. He hopped into DMs and they were having very explicit conversations and whatnot. And when Dwight Howard was approached about it, he pretty much said, hey, I don't have to. He became enraged as well because he got a little attitude. He's very violent, according to Royce, because Royce talked about he threw her ass across the room because she didn't want to give him some type of sexual favor. So the motherfucker is crazy, and he like bussy juice upon his body. So so Amy girl called the popos on his ass and filed a police report because he became violent with her. And of course, y'all heard him say whenever they asked him, like, Dwight, do you like men? And he said, hey, I don't have to fucking tell you what go on in my bedroom, and you don't. But don't be out here acting like you a straight male and out here publicly dating women and bending over and getting bussy juice all over your beard in private. That's all I'm saying. Do what you want to do with your life. But it's the fake shit for me. It's the DL shit for me. I'm just saying, don't be out here smiling in videos, all hugged up with Amy, talking about you proposing to her and want to marry her. But then behind the scenes, she walking in and you got bussy juice dripping down your body and whatnot. That's what it gives. So yes, y'all know that, like I said, a DV report was filed on Dwight Howard. So Amy filed some shit on him, and thank God she got the hell away from him. Because y'all remember, child, I told you, Royston did a whole interview about this nigga and how violent he was. Slapped the cup out of her hand all over the damn floor, threw her across the room. Her son was there as well, grabbed her by her hair and all kind of shit. She talked about how violent his ass is. So I knew the shit was going downhill when I saw them sharing toothbrushes in the damn bathroom. I said, bitch, fuck you did. He stood there and brushed his teeth. Stood there and brushed his damn teeth and then passed the damn toothbrush to her. And she put the damn toothpaste on there, ran that shit under the water. I said, I know damn well I know my eyes ain't synced in my Moses voice. This bullshit right here. Because, baby, listen. Baby, listen, I know this sweet roll on my screen right here did not pass no damn toothbrush that he just used in his damn mouth to Amy, and she brushed her shit with it as well. Now, I love my husband and I love him down, bitch, but one thing we won't be doing is sharing motherfucking toothbrushes out this bitch. That's what we won't be doing. All right. I ain't gonna do it. And I ain't gonna be out here doing it. I'm just saying. Now that's some nasty shit. Okay. Girl, do you know where his mouth been? Amy. I mean, damn. Now, I feel like the reason he got with Amy, I feel like one, out of desperation, she knew he had a little change, and I feel like she wanted to get the hell up off Love and Hip Hop, and I think she wanted to have bragging rights, say, oh, I got an athlete, girl, but you didn't know he was one of the bussy boys out here. So you knew he liked men from time to time. You knew he liked men running around with wigs on and heels on and whatnot. So why you got yourself in this situation, I don't know. But I knew when I saw the two of them together, I said, this shit ain't gonna work. Because he has an appetite for trannies, baby. He does. He like extra ketchup on his trannies. He do. He got an appetite for that shit. And you just out here, child, wearing his chain and smiling in videos and all behind the scenes. Then he could have gave your ass something, because he is very, and according to Royce, allegedly, he is very SEXual when it comes to that. He has a very high SEX drive, and he has an appetite for men. And that's fine if that's how you want to live your life, but it's the DL bullshit for me. He's not ready to come out of the closet, so he chooses women that will be beards for him in public, so that he can, I guess, hide and make people believe that he's really not into that lifestyle. We've heard rumors for years about Dwight Howard. We've heard rumors for years about Dwight Howard running around with men. Yeah, we have. I'm sorry. All right, so yeah. The guy that actually filed a lawsuit against Dwight Howard, he also talked about how aggressive Dwight Howard was and how he met him in the DMs. If you guys remember, it was a whole lawsuit. And yeah, he said that Dwight became very violent with him, you guys, when he refused to do certain SEXual favors that he asked of him. And said that when he got over there, it was under the understanding that it would be just him and Dwight Howard over there. And he got there and said, this tranny come popping up out of the room. He was like, what the fuck is this? I want to wear that. It's going to be no damn threesome up in here. Okay. And said that Dwight got mad and went batshit crazy on his ass. Yeah. Went batshit crazy on his ass out here, and said that Dwight went and stood up over him and was threatening and like grabbed his legs and like kind of jacked him up in like a forceful way and tried to make him like do some stuff with his mouth. I got to be very selective in how I say it. But he said that Dwight stood over him and became physical and was aggressive. The guy said he was very scared. Y'all know how big Dwight Howard is? Do you know how big he is? Do you know how tall he is? So imagine Dwight Howard standing over you in an aggressive tone, mad, like angry, in a rage, because you won't give him some sloppy toppy, okay? And you won't allow the tranny that was hiding in the back room to come in and join. That type of shit. I said, oh, okay, that's what we're doing out here. So old boy filed a lawsuit against Dwight Howard after that, after being afraid of Dwight's aggression. And yeah, he had some charges on his ass. But he and Amy are no longer together because he pulled that same shit on her. And I bet you he probably wanted her to participate probably in the whole threesome with a tranny. And she probably said no, and he probably became aggressive. I'm going to say allegedly, just because we know his patterns of behavior, okay? Royce talked about when they had the pandemic, she was staying over there in his house, and that's all they did was have drug binge parties, people throwing up over the balcony with her child there in the same house with all this shit going on, drugs on the damn table with her son sitting right there with peanut butter sitting out. She said she had to ask her son, did you eat the peanut butter? Because they was using peanut butter to ingest certain drugs and shit. So it was that crazy. And she finally got her son and left that house. But she said Dwight became very enraged with her and at one point didn't want her to leave. So he's a very dangerous individual, allegedly, because I wasn't there. But yeah, he needs to get some help. He really needs to get some help. And most guys, and I'm going to say this because I've seen patterns of behavior with this, most guys who are down low like that have a little aggression because they're frustrated that they can't live their real lives outside. Okay? Bobby Valentino is another one. We saw it's a whole video out there. Go Google it. Go Google it. Bobby Valentino liked them trannies too. He sure do. Because he was caught in a whole hotel room with the tranny, and he was supposed to give the tranny some type of money transaction or something, and he didn't do it. So the tranny got his damn keys out his pocket and held his keys, and he had to call a Uber to come and pick him up. That's a whole video out there. Go look it up. I lie to you not. Y'all know I ain't gonna never tell you some shit and you can't pull it up. I already looked it up. Yes, it's gonna be like Dennis Rodman. Yes. Bobby Valentino, okay? Blackberry molasses, him. Some other things that never change. Him, okay? You gotta keep moving on the stage like this on this bullshit. You in that child laid back like this with the train. I was like, bitch, if you don't get your ass up, he running out of the damn hotel room, y'all, with his pants down, trying to pull his pants up and get away from the train the whole time she recording his ass. Go look for this out there, child. Go YouTube it. It's a video, a whole video of Bobby Valentino. Schoolboy said she's screaming. I swear to God, it's out there. I said, no, this nigga is not of the LGBTQ barbecue out here, bitch. I know you ain't on that. Bobby Valentino, I like you. And you got good hair. You out here, you shouldn't be acting like that with good hair. You should not. But anyway, child. Somebody say he showed this. Somebody saw the video. I lied to you not. Go pull it up. Nigga was running out of the hotel and the trainer was like, where you going? It was talking like that. Where you going, Bobby? Why you running, Bobby? You ain't got to run, but you left your keys right here, Bobby. Why you running? Let the whole world know that you like me and out here, Bobby. I was like, what the fuck is going on here? Damn. Said Bobby got an S curl. How you know? Stupid, how you know? How you know he got an S curl? Girl, let him have his S curl out. He ain't no wrong with the S curl too. All right, let's get into Heavenly and her lying ass, okay? Child. So we got to get into Messy Monday. We are going to, I guess, review Messy Monday because there were some things in Messy Monday that we got to talk about. Yes, God, we got to talk about. But first, before we do that, because I got one more thing. Let me get these two clowns down because I'm sick of looking at him with this fake ass smile. I'm tired of looking at this damn walrus. This damn tall ass walrus on my damn screen. Let me let's get this topic up right quick before we move on. Because obviously Heavenly thinks she's been promoted to Andy Cohen's position because she think, honey, she hiring and firing out here, okay? She really believes she's hiring and firing. So she made this post, as you guys can see upon my screen. So where you see it says, Dr. Heavenly Child, do you think Greg and T should remain with this group of friends? Why the fuck do you care? Do you think that you should tell us the truth finally about your son being arrested? How about that shit? Oh, why you get so quiet, Heavenly? Hello? Can't hear you, Heavenly. Same energy, girl. Same energy. All right. So as you guys can see, she just made a recent post 23 hours ago asking. You guys know all of the shenanigans going on. Somebody said, Kimberly, I miss. Hey, good morning, Lady Virgo. Thanks for being here. So she just posted this and for some reason, I don't know, Heavenly thought that maybe she's getting a promotion over there in Bravo where she's doing the hiring and firing and bringing people on and getting people up off the show. But y'all know the mess that's going on between Sweet Tea and Quad, child. They're going back and forth. So Heavenly, of course, was said to have asked Sweet Tea to come on the show. And then we find out that it was going to be for Quad's whole storyline. So now I feel like they want to dispose of Sweet Tea because they've accomplished what they wanted to do, which was get Quad back on the show. So now Heavenly is asking, I guess, the public, do you guys think that Sweet Tea and Dr. G should remain on this show with the group of friends? Well, I wouldn't call y'all friends the way y'all asses be acting on there because it's a whole hot damn mess. But anywho and anyway, let's get into what they had to say over there on Messy Mondays, because baby, it was a lot. Okay, Heavenly with her lying ass got up there. Now we're not going to watch the entire video. I did take some timestamps and we're going to address those as such. Okay, because baby, all right, let's get it pulled up so we can go ahead and get into the things. Let's see, child, I was so disappointed this evening with Bobby Valentino, girl. When I saw that, I said, Bobby, I didn't know you was out here on that. I didn't know that. I didn't know you like Bussy Juice in your beard too. What's going on with the Bussy Juice? What's going on with the Bussy Juice beard brothers out here? Child just out here drifting all over the damn place. Just doing the damn most. But anywho and anyway, let's get on with this show today, honey. Let's get through this ad, of course. I hate these stupid ass ads, but gotta have them, y'all. Gotta have them. All right, so let's get into the chipmunk child.
No, I'm not picking up because I'm alive.
Now let me move it forward to the point that I need all right, so now let's get to the part where they're talking about the reunion. Let's forward it to that because I did my timestamps, child, so we could just address it. All right, so we'll stop it there. All right. After that. Okay. Shit. Have 45, 47, 45 damn ads.
Todd made it appear that she cared about what was going on with her father, but she only did that for the cameras. And she never once texted her when the cameras were off as they related to her father. Did you know that Dr. Simone felt that way? And do you believe that's the real reason why she wanted to cuss out Quad in the green room?
First part, I do not believe that to be true. Basically, you know what I mean? Everything's alleged. And, you know, we looking at this stuff, Claudia, you know, we looking at it from different points of view, and we hear a lot of different things from a lot of different people. I do feel like Quad did reach out to her off camera. She said she did. I'm almost positive she did, but I can't be for sure because that was such a long time ago, probably season, 4, 5, 6, something like that. But I didn't understand all the anger. Like, why now? Why today lose your voice and screaming at Quad because she gave us her ass to kiss? Now, I will say this. Everybody was mad at Quad during Napa. Quad did give us her ass to kiss. When she thought it was going to be freaking frack, she stopped calling me. I said, let's see how this shit work for you. I'm saying Quad dissed us. And, you know, she said to the people, and they had it on camera, they showed us, she said she didn't have an emotional attachment to any of us, except maybe Simone. And it was so heartbreaking for Simone. It was the one that pushed her out. I think that Simone is having a lot of feelings. I think that she's feeling a lot of resentment, probably remorse, a lot of things. And I do feel like Simone.
Shout out to Carlos King. Fair use.
Is in her feelings about different friendship groups. It might sound petty. You can say it's petty, but people are people and they feel how they feel. I think that Simone, threefold, she was upset that Quad kept saying, you know, y'all did this to me. Y'all did this to me, whatever. So Simone doesn't like that. For whatever reason. I think that Simone was upset because Jackie and Quad are very good friends now. And in fact, Jackie's going to help her with her baby. I think that she may be feeling something about what she did say about Quad during the reunion, which she got a good edit. You know, y'all get mad when I say edit, but their edit is a real thing.
Y'all notice when Heavenly be talking, she be telling everybody damn business. So Jackie's going to be helping Quad with her baby. Did Quad want you to tell that? She'd be talking about everybody's shit. Notice she never slip up and accidentally tell her shit, though. Do y'all notice that with Heavenly? I noticed that with Heavenly. She'd be just going 100 miles per hour telling other people shit. Never, ever slip up and tell her shit at all. But let's get into it. Never ever.
What she said to Simone about the tragedy that happened in her house was much worse than what they showed. So she had to feel some kind of way. The problem was when she said karma, Quad was already still not getting over what she said last reunion. So when she said Quad lost it and she was like, fuck you, you a dirty bitch and this, that, and the other. And I saw why Quad got upset because I talk to her every day. That's why. But I don't talk to Simone, so I don't know how she's feeling. But I still don't understand why she got so upset and started losing her voice and screaming. And you know, just like I know, they water our stuff down. So if it looked bad there, it was 10 times worse in actuality. I just sat my ignorant ass down because I didn't know who to run to, what to do. You know what I'm saying? And I was just glad it wasn't me and some shit. So I just sat down.
Do you think the parts that they cut out, like, and that does frustrate you, right? When it's like, it's level 10, they don't see it. And then they don't really understand some of the responses. You know what I mean? Like, people are like, well, why was you so? And you're like, well, you didn't hear this motherfucker said this other stuff that didn't make it. And now I look a little bit cray-cray.
Right.
Was it that level of stuff left out?
Yes, always. And to me, they play it sometimes when you're wrong, they show it that you're right. And that'll piss the other person off more, or vice versa. So sometimes when I do some shit and I ain't did nothing, they make me look really, really bad. But then sometimes I did do some shit and they kind of...
But vice versa. Girl, take the A off the vice versa. Girl, shut your ass.
Order that it don't look like. You know what I'm saying? So you can't be mad because, you know, they play it, but it does keep the people upset. You know what I'm saying?
That fight between Dr. Simone and Quad felt misaligned, to say the least. As a day one, season one viewer, I feel like you can't really start a story in the middle. You kind of got to go back to the origin story. Quad definitely did give y'all her ass to kiss when she was hosting Sister Circle at that time, but there was a lot of shit that happened before that. Let's take it back to when Quad and Dr. G got divorced, and Toya said she didn't want Quad to come on the couples trip and be single around y'all husbands like that. And Simone was running right over there in cahoots with her. There was a lot of things that have added up or compiled, you know, this bucket of feelings between the two ladies. Dr. Simone lost control, and she had a very bad attitude when they were speaking, when you all were having that conversation backstage. I'm a person who remembers when you all refer to yourselves as the Fab Five. It was you, Toya, Dr. Simone, Dr. Jackie, and Dr. Contessa. We like that. We like that sort of camaraderie. If you had infighting, there was resolution. Hopefully, we can get back to that. Simone had a bad attitude, like I said, and Quad actually was more open to reason and logic and resolve this reunion than I've ever seen her on the show. Quad was nicer than I've ever seen her on the show this season, this reunion. And
Really?
there was an opportunity. She kept leaving the door open for a resolution, a solution of some sort.
Yeah.
Dr. Simone was resistant to that, and she kept talking shit. She kept saying things to try to goad Quad or whoever else was on the other end of the conversation into an argument or a confrontation of some sorts. When Dr. Jackie, looking beautiful in that Harbison studio gown, shout out to Charles Harbison who designed that, when she threw Sweet Tea's ass out of that dressing room so she could have a heart-to-heart with Dr. Simone, that was incredible. That was real. They have years of history, and she was able to try at least to get somewhere and make inroads with Dr. Simone in a hot moment like that. Sweet Tea was coming back there to talk shit and have her lips apart and let the air flow through. That's all she does. So it was unnecessary, and her presence on that cast this season, in addition to Phaedra being there, in addition to you calling Apollo and bringing him and Shireen there, it was a bunch of things that it didn't belong. And it threw the whole viewing experience off for us that love the show, really fuck with y'all, really want to see seasons 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, and into forever go on. So
I love that you're a true fan and you watched the show since inception. But if you were a true fan, you would realize that I ain't called damn nobody. Phaedra asked, let me hush. Let me hush. That's a whole nother thing. I ain't have nothing to do with that. Them people, and I told Phaedra, and she knew that. Anyway, I'm gonna move on because because my whole thing is I would never put somebody in that position without them knowing. That's the part I can't take. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if I said something to Curtis or Cecil or whatever, I told Simone, and I know I'm cutting the fourth wall and all that, but I just couldn't take that part because it was too far. It was too far for me to call people. I would have never done that.
You literally
whoa.
addition to you calling Apollo.
Whoa. I gotta see this hairline again. Carlos, what the hell was that? I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. And I watched this shit already and I missed that. But y'all know I be cramming, honey. Child.
Give me dinner. Who is Shaq?
Back it up just a little.
If I said something to Curtis or Cecil or whatever, I told Simone. And I know I'm cutting the fourth wall and all that, but I just couldn't take that part because it was too far.
What the fuck is that tie? Oh, where my phone at? I'm sorry, y'all. What the fuck is this? Carlos, who's your barber? I'm about to give you my son barber right now. I'm about to send you this shit. Hold on. Let me take a picture of this shit. Oh my God. Carlos, see. The devil was using your barber when he did this shit. I'm sorry. Satan was using your barber when he had did this. Now, what the hell is this? Y'all. Hell to the no. What is this shit on my screen? Why is that much forehead meat open right here? Carlos, you ain't cold in this area. You ain't feeling no breeze in this area right here. Then they had a nerve to put the white chalk line. Who is your barber? Like, did they run out of Beijing in the barbershop where they couldn't spray something upon this area right here? Like, they ain't nobody had no crayon in their drawer that they could have, colored across your forehead right here. Ain't nobody had no no permanent marker in their drawer. I can't even move on with my show after seeing this shit. Like, what the is this? Carlos, you a millionaire out here with why your hairline starting back behind your head? See, I told you. Hold on, we gonna move on. Fuck that. We not moving on yet. We gonna move on though, but not right now, because I gotta stay on this just a little bit. Because this disturbed my spirit, honey. Oh, I was doing fine. I got up and prayed and everything this morning. Then I saw this and child. What the is this? Now, you get back into character. What the fuck is this? Carlos, you look in the mirror after your barber gave you this setup right here, and you like, yeah, how much I owe you? You did that? You paid for this. Now we got Beijing look like back here, but you ain't put shit up here. I kept looking at him like when he was looking up, I kept saying, why your fade starting back here? Fade supposed to, like, usually your shit be up here. At the reunion, your shit was here. Did y'all watch the reunion? Oh, that's totally gonna be a thumbnail. Oh, that's a thumbnail for your ass coming. It was the thumbnail for your ass coming. Somebody said it in there. Oh, that's not today, baby. Not today. Said make it a thumbnail, baby. I'm already on it. Do you hear me? That's why we took a picture, bitch. At the reunion, how the fuck your hair start here, down by your eyebrows, but on Messy Monday, your shit back here. See, I told you, Carlos, all these lies you be spewing out, the Lord is pushing your hairline back. Every lie you tell. When you sit up here and lie and say, I didn't know what revenge P was, the Lord saying, You see how my hand went up? Every time you up and lie, because he going to say it in this video, I didn't know what revenge P was. The Lord said, hold on. Nigga, you sitting up here looking like Stevie Wonder minus the dreads out this bitch. In the front. You nigga like Stevie Wonder in the front. I'm sorry. What the fuck? What the? Carlos. Damn, look like you came down the slide coming head first. Motherfucker look like he came down a hot sliding board head first and burnt the front of his damn hairline off. Damn, how hot was the damn sliding board coming down that bitch? You know how you let your kids go down the slide head first like this? The motherfucker was like, he was like, Carlos, what the fuck? I'm sorry, y'all. Let's go. Oh God, motherfucker done burnt his hairline off. And you didn't even tell him to put no Beijing on. I'm mad that you didn't tell your barber to put some Beijing on there. I'm mad about that shit. But let's continue, y'all, because now that's a whole distraction. Now that's in the back of my mind. I ain't gonna be able to sleep good tonight or nothing. Shit.
It was too far for me to call
people
people.
confused
I would have
about
never done
because
that.
you literally had a.
He looking around like he the shit. Y'all see my hairline? Just him. Motherfucker, why? Look how his shit is sitting back. Oh boy.
Conversation with Phaedra on camera about inviting Apollo on the trip. So I didn't understand what people were confused about regarding that.
Yeah.
You asked her, you told her he was.
You just said, I'm gonna show a bitch how to come down the slide. That's what Carlos said. I'm gonna show a bitch how to come down the slide. Don't burn that shit out.
Coming. The Shireen piece was new, according to
what we didn't know
God.
Shireen was coming.
But
He brought Shireen because, you know.
So what were people confused about? I never understood that.
Well, no, he was never supposed to bring Shireen. Shireen, it was an understanding they had on camera and off that she was not to come. They said it was no funny business. Then when he found out that she was bringing his best friend, one of his good friends, they had Thanksgiving dinner, who was Shaq. They knew each other. Some kind of way Apollo found out.
Start on that even all of that. You want to talk about cheapening a brand, cheapening a show? What is
it wasn't
Shaq
us.
doing there?
It wasn't us. It was the people that came on to cheapen it, because I would have never done that.
Exactly. That's why we haven't seen those sort of antics until Phaedra came around.
I ain't gonna say nothing bad about it. I like everything about it.
You can't stand Phaedra. It's
okay. I got time for that shit.
She's scared to say something about Phaedra because Phaedra don't let her ass know. All right, don't make me go legal on your ass. So now Heavenly is scared to mention Phaedra. That's why they laugh.
Somebody ruin their life. Ain't nobody got time for that shit. That's why I'm glad she gone. We're gonna thank God for her. She got in her private jet and she gone, baby. We're gonna let her go.
Who got a private jet?
Phaedra. You know, of course, production did it, but she had a private jet and she left that damn. See, Claudia ain't watching the show.
No,
what I'm saying to you, Destiny, is give people grace on the show, because a lot of
baby. Carlos, you are making your show funny, okay? I need you to sit up and stay up, okay? Every time you do that, you giving me another screenshot, like, nigga. Let's continue. Damn.
That shit y'all don't know, y'all don't see. You know what I'm saying? And the people agree to it to happen. So my thing is, that's what I'm saying, and that's why I'm such a good friend with Jackie, a good friend with Simone on certain occasions, a good friend with Quad, because the people know my heart. There's some shit I would never do. Now my reads be lethal, but trust and believe, when I have a lethal read, they came at me first. If you say my mama was in hell, I feel like I can say whatever I want to you. If you say my kids don't like me and my man is cheating on me, I can say what the fuck I want to you. If you say something about my anything, I can say, I feel like certain things happen and I can respond to them. If you call me Respucia, bitch, I'm just going to respond to the first thing I see, and that's your damn separated ass titties. That's what I'm going to say, because I don't have
let's talk about
rehearsals.
that. Let's talk about that. You
Right.
called Dr. Contessa's teeth biracial. Claudia is biracial. So I need to know.
Oh, you offended? I'm sorry, Claudia. I didn't mean
No.
I don't even call myself biracial. I'm black, but they want to tell me that I'm not.
Heavily,
I know.
Heavily, this is me teasing. But no, when you said her teeth were biracial, and when you talked about the things with Contessa, can you take us back to that moment? Because what happened between you and Contessa? We really understood you two to have a great friendship. I love Dr. Contessa. I think she's great for the show. I also said on my platform that I love you, Contessa. I did feel on the trip it was too much going on that I didn't recognize Contessa at that time, right? But at the reunion, Scott was quiet. What was going on that we didn't see as related to like Contessa, you getting into it, and Scott not saying much?
Well, I have to go back just a little bit. Contessa came in with a vengeance for me. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, it was 2 or 3 years old. We had gotten over it. It was about my YouTube or whatever. We can go backwards. You could say I was wrong for saying it, but she knew I was saying it when she was leaving. She came in, she kept throwing shots.
Why she always don't take accountability? It was on my YouTube. Yeah, I said it, and she knew I was saying it. So yeah, but that don't make. But you just said it don't make it right. So acknowledge the fact that you do be saying some fucked up stuff about your castmates heavily, and they be calling you on it all the time, and you keep doing it. Like she'll apologize and then go right back to doing the same shit again. You already know that Contessa had a mastectomy. So as a doctor, how are you that insensitive to somebody else's medical condition? To just sit up there and let some shit like that flow out of your mouth talking about this woman's breast when you know she had a whole mastectomy, and then you're going to use that as the butt of your joke? You already talked about her mother, who you know is deceased, that pissed her off, and then you went for the very next thing that was near and dear to her, which was her breast, because she just had a mastectomy done. Like, that's just... See, people can say something about your weave, Heavenly. People can say something about your halitosis, because everybody talk about your breath being funky and you a whole fucking dentist. Like, hello? If we want to do some read downs, because you say your reads are lethal. Nah, bitch. Baby, I can read you down. And you have to sit in that same closet you sitting in right there and gather yourself. You would. I can take from head to toe, baby, read you down to the ground. They ain't got the right people on that show. I keep saying Sweet Tea ain't got it. None of them ain't got it. Let my ass get on it for one season. I guarantee you I'll get her ass together. She'll be running up off that damn show so fast. But let's continue.
I said me all season long, and then when I responded, because a lot of times I didn't respond, it always they said it went too low. You know what I'm saying? For example, she said my husband was cheating on me. He had biracial kids. He got kids with the last name of Kimes. Just stupid shit. So when you say things like, okay, your kids don't like you or whatever, fuck, bitch, your mama don't like you. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like the shit I say is not deeper than where they go. I think that people believe that because Dr. Heavenly does not show emotions, that she's inhuman. If you say my mama in hell, I say what the fuck I want to you. You know what I'm saying? If you say something about my children, I will say the fuck what I want to you, and you don't have a rebuttal. So if you sit up on TV, and it was funny then, I thought it was funny. You call me Respucia, trying to say I'm fat when I'm not. I could talk about your titties. We talking about appearance. When I said her titties were separated, she started.
That bothers her, if y'all notice. Heavenly noticed. Didn't I tell y'all Heavenly used to be a bigger. Heavenly was almost 300 pounds, okay? It bothered her to be on this show, to be around the other women who were kind of petite and small, have bodies. Like, she used to stand back. I told y'all, go look at season 1 when she and Dr. Damon first came on this show, when they had that party at Carrie. Y'all remember the white woman, Carrie, who used to be on the show? Carrie had a party, and Heavenly was there. That's when they had the whole fight with Simone and Mariah. You remember, not Simone, but Toya and Mariah. Y'all remember when they got into that fight by the pool, and Heavenly was there. She wasn't saying shit because she was a big girl. Okay, her self-esteem was fucked up back then, so you couldn't get 3 words out of her. So the bitch done went out here and got gastric bypass and did a few crunches, about 2 crunches. Now she on the show acting like she that bitch. Like, at the end of the day, Heavenly, shut your ass up, okay? Because I'm not fat. She was really bothered by that. And when Dr. Jackie told her on the show she needed lose some weight, that she looked like a Michelin man and all this other shit, and she like a busted can of biscuits. Like, she read her ass down. And so she went out here and got that gastric bypass so that she could compete with the other women on the show. So now that she done lost a little weight, she is like mouthy as fuck. I feel like she wanted to be, but she didn't want that clap back of people saying, bitch, shut your 300 triple whopper eating ass up. She didn't want that on the show. So now that she lost that weight, she feel like she got a little leverage so she can get on the show and just talk all kind of shit and that nobody can say nothing to her. That's where that energy comes from, okay? Yeah, I peeped it. Let's continue.
Ready to cry, talking about she had a double mastectomy. Now, first of all, the bitch never had breast cancer, right? And I will say this to try to make it seem right. And I ain't never had heart disease or all those things that being fat can cause you to have, because I've had.
How you ain't never had heart disease as big as your ass was? How your blood pressure was up on the show? I could see it, girl. Your blood pressure was 99/4,000 on the fucking show. You look like your ass had just ate a 12-piece chicken when you got there, bitch. I ain't have none of that. See how she's just so disconnected from reality when it comes to her. Heavenly has this idea that she's so perfect and nothing's wrong with her. Like, girl, you were like this knocking on diabetes door. Like you were, girl. You were one cupcake away, girl, from being on insulin, baby. You were. Go back and look at your pictures. Do I got to pull that shit up right quick? Like, stop playing, Heavenly. Let's continue, girl. Miss Perfect, honey. Miss Perfect.
At a lap band surgery. We both have had surgeries and we both have had reconstructive surgery. So, bitch, where you going? If you call me Respucia, I can call your titties separated, because clearly one of them's a lie because I ain't big, but listen, you can't be mad that I responded.
She's very
leave me alone. Y'all, if y'all don't want my reads, I don't have rehearsed reads, Claudia. I don't rehearse reads like the people that you used to be on the show with. I don't have that. So maybe I should and I wouldn't go, you know what I'm saying? But the first thing that comes to my mind is, if you're talking about my appearance, I'm looking at you and I see what's wrong with you. And that's what a read is. A read is not what Sweet Tea does with untruths. A read is something that's true in the way it's and then put out in a certain way. And that's
off the dome, responding in the moment,
right.
off the dome.
So,
and
I don't
using that
know.
weakness
Y'all
against
say
them.
I'm mean. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is. I praise God for everything. I hope that everybody's okay. But to me, to talk shit and then when I respond, try to play the victim, to me, I ain't here for that shit, and I lose respect for you when you do it.
So one of the things that I did want to have Dustin talk about, because Dustin watches the show as much as I do, is there was a segment that happened on this reunion where your husband got involved, you know, where it was the men. The reason why I love Married to Medicine is because I like shows where it is about couples and the men are able to get involved, because in real life, men do have a voice when it comes to the affairs of their marriage and their friends who are also couples. So Dustin, you want to take it away? We're just talking about like Dr. Damon, Dr. G, and everything that's going on there.
Watch how Dr. Damon becomes so perfect when Heavenly start talking.
Yeah, that was a very interesting conversation, because it echoed, I think, some of the dispositions that we saw when the initial confrontation went down on the beach, when you guys were in Florida, right? Key West, right? Dr. Heavenly? Yeah. Dr. G was he was being a dickhead. You know, that's the best way I can put it.
The word I use is bitch, but I guess that's not a good word.
Yeah, well, he was being a dickhead. He was like just not open to any sort of resolution. He was saying things to try to pick and goad, like I said, King into an argument, standing up on the beach, getting up in King's personal space, and just acting weird, saying weird things that didn't go. He kind of mimicked that same sentiment when they had the men's conversation at the reunion, as Dr. Damon was being very direct with him, very clear, you know, telling him straightforward, this is what happened that made me feel indifferent. This is why I'm upset. Just clearly identifying things. Dr. G started talking about feelings and offering up alternative, you know, meanings for his actions and just saying shit that didn't line up, which is why they stumbled and tumbled until they got to the point where he finally just gave in and said, okay, I apologize. I thought it was interesting that Cecil, who, again, I love Simone and Cecil on the show, root for them in their
fair use. Again, fair use. Shout out to Reality with the King. Fair use.
Family, but I was disappointed in some of the commentary that Cecil was offering to that conversation as well, because Dr. G didn't need anybody to come to his defense. He was wrong. He went too far trying to bring the police and that kind of serious ass shit into this reality TV space unnecessarily. Save those actions for people and resources, quite literally, for people that deserve and need them. I thought that was less than mature. And he sat there and that high voice, and his shirt was tight around his neck and shit. And he had a rhinestone brooch, and I ain't making it. He was on that kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? And you can't. That's like talking to a brick wall. It's impossible to make progress. And as a man, you know what I'm saying? We speak with a purpose. We speak to make progress when we're discussing something, trying to get to the bottom of some shit, especially when you're talking to another grown-ass man. So I was very disappointed in Dr. G's behavior, and I think it was just more of the same, more of what the viewers are accustomed to from him. To me, he sped off in that Mini Cooper again, right across the screen as I watched that scene. It was the same old from Dr. G. So shout out to Dr. Damon for standing on business. I was proud of him speaking up for himself and being clear about what was going on and direct with his speech. I appreciated that.
I appreciate it as well. And Damon does not speak.
Who are the raindrops? This girl said raindrops. The raindrops were 5K live, girl. Who child?
When you watch the show, Damon don't get in the shit. He does not have an opinion with a lot of things. And I think we have to go back some, because me and Quad are such good friends. We've been hanging out with King. And you got to understand, and I'm not going to go into details, but Damon never really watched the show, never really paid attention. But when he heard all the things that Dr. G, I'm going to say alleged, but I've talked to too many people that saw it, did to Quad, Damon is the type that he would never, you know what I'm saying? So he doesn't understand a man, even if a woman did. And I know a lot of people feel like a woman shouldn't. And, I don't know what's wrong, what happened in that situation. But he feels like it's always wrong to touch a woman, to speak to a woman a certain way, and damn sure to speak to somebody else's woman in a certain way. So there was a lack of respect there for Dr. G based on his behavior.
But Heavenly, also, you have to keep in mind that there's a respect tactic there that you keep skipping over. You cannot go to Dr. G or any man on the show or any man anywhere and speak negatively and aggressively and talk shit to that person and expect them not to clap back at you. See, Heavenly feels like she can say what the fuck she wants to say. And if somebody clap back at her, then she feels like her husband should come and defend her. No. See, shut your ass up and stop initiating bullshit and putting Damon in situations to where he have to come and defend you when you are the initiator of the shit. Like, you continue to do that. You argue with the men on the show and say whatever the fuck you want to, and then you act surprised when they clap back at your ass and check you. You already know Dr. G like to argue with women. So why the fuck would you put yourself in a situation to do such? Why would you do that? Why would you put yourself in a situation to get your ass cussed the fuck out? Like, why would you do that? I don't understand that with her. And then it's the victim thing. Oh, Dr. Daddy would never. He should never have to. If you be quiet, you approaching men and then saying nobody should say nothing to you. And then he even said it on the show. Dr. Damon said it on the show. No man should approach my wife. It should be up to me to check her. But you don't check her, which is why she keep doing that shit. Now, I'm just saying right now, Heavenly got to understand that these new age guys, they don't give a fuck about you being a woman. They will go upside your damn head. And Heavenly, we know you can't fight. So for a person with that much mouth, you would think that you would get somewhere and quietly shut the fuck up. Like, stop initiating stuff and playing victim. She did the same thing with Dr. Contessa. You talked about her mama, then when she was ready to buck up and knock your damn head off, then it's security. Don't call for security now. Same energy. Oh, she should have never done that. She's trying to fight me. She's violent. She shouldn't be on the show because she's too violent. But why was she violent? See, this is what we need to take a look at, a very close look at. Dr. Damon needs to check his fucking wife. It's not okay for you to speak to a man in that tone and then he don't check your ass. This is 2025. Men are fighting women. I don't know if you knew that now. And I don't condone that shit at all. I don't want nobody to get in my chat saying, oh my God, Caramel is promoting violence. No, the fuck I'm not. I'm saying it is 2025 where these new age guys run up in their face and say something out the way to them. And it's going to start with that. And from there, your ass going to be on the floor. And you're going to have to figure out how the fuck you got there. And while you down there, hopefully you'll get some couth about you and learn a lesson to stop running your damn mouth. Period. Not everybody going to put up with that shit. Moving on.
I think what they did not see was that when I made the response, well, I could go back to why I made the response. The girl kept tweeting about me and my business and my practice and all that. And you know, that's my bread and butter. So, you know, in my mind, I was thinking like, okay, she keeps tweeting about my practice, saying derogatory things, saying I'm not respected in the medical community. No, I'm not a real doctor. No. I said, oh, I know how to get this bitch off my back. Let me lay into her husband's ass, right? So then when I laid into her husband, you know, I went too far. Kendrick Lamar had me out the bed. I'm just going to, you know, and it's not a joke because it's really serious. I shouldn't have said things I said.
I'm sorry to keep pausing. All right, because I got to do commentary in between. So y'all be patient with me. Now, as she just said, she got into some type of verbal altercation with Sweet Tea. She said, I know how to get this bitch up off me. I'm going to lay into her man. First mistake. Why you couldn't keep it on Sweet Tea? According to you, there's plenty of things that you can say about her to read her. So why did you have to skip over her? You could have kept it at her, which then you opened the door for her husband, Dr. G, who loves to argue with women, to come for your ass and say something about you. Then you ran your mouth and said this man was a whole pedo, putting yourself and your practice that you say, I'm a doctor. You're putting my practice. You're disparaging my care. Okay, so you put yourself in a position for him to say something to you, and then you turn around and call him a pedo, which then you are threatening his practice as a doctor as well. You didn't take no accountability for that until he said he was going to take legal action, and then it was, oh, I'm sorry, I'm going to say it and I'm going to take it back. She did that. Well, I apologize for saying what. Don't hurry up and apologize when you hear legal. That's what people like to do. Like, stop playing games, and then when somebody get ready to take some legal action on your ass, it's a quick apology, you know, to keep the shit from going that far. You already been sued before for your mouth. Let's continue.
Damon caught wind of it. I never told Damon anything. I don't tell him half the shit. He don't tell me half the shit. So I never told Damon what happened, you know, whatever. Greg texted Damon, and he texted him. He said, man, your wife has said some derogatory things about me, but y'all don't never say what your wife did. They never go that far. And he said, based on that, I'm not going to be able to see your patients anymore. Damon cares about his patients. It's not about him. It's not about it's about the patient. So he felt like as a medical professional, you have to be able to take care of your patients no matter what happens. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not on the show. They're not in this mess. And for Dr. G to call his patients addicts. Now, mind you, Damon does interventional pain, but he also is board certified in addiction medicine. So a lot of people in the trifecta of Marietta, Roswell, and Marietta, Roswell, and the other city, whatever, they are addicted to a drug called Dilaudid. That's a workman's drug. I don't know if y'all ever heard of it, but Damon takes care of it. Basically, Dr. G was talking about his patients in a derogatory way he felt. And David got upset. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you know what I'm saying? He was like, why don't you just stand up and be a man and say the things you did wrong? And Greg sat there and started lying, saying that he never said he was not going to see the patient. No. And we know that to be fact because I had the text. I have the same Apple ID as my husband. Claudia, you might want to get the same Apple ID. I can see all his texts. You see what I'm saying? So when
why you need to have the same Apple ID to see all of his texts? Could it be that there's some indiscretions there? I don't want to see all my husband's texts. Give a person a little privacy. If you trust a person, I don't need to see every single text that comes through your phone. Maybe the Beckys have been texting, and maybe Heavenly have seen some things that Dr. Damon is doing when he's doing extra hours at the office, to where she has to monitor her husband's phone. That's what it gives. Because why else would a wife need to see every single solitary message that comes through his phone? Catch that, T.
I posted it because I felt like people needed to know that Damon is a truthful guy. His character stands for itself. You can look at his Google reviews. You can look at other people's Google reviews. People respect and love Damon, and that's why his character means so much to him. And when he felt like he don't give a damn about what Dr. G thinks, but he felt like he was co-signing the negativity on his character. And he felt like the women can do it. But when a man does it, I got a problem with him. And, you know, he said he was a coward for doing those kind of things. But long story short, Damon feels how he feels. I back my man up 100%. And I think he's always been a stand-up guy. And that's why I don't like these. I know why they do it, because I talk cash shit. But my reads are real. They make shit up. That's my opinion. Now, you never know what any man's doing, right? But I ain't never caught or thought my man was ever doing anything wrong. And even if he did, it wouldn't make me know another man, because he's such a good damn it man. You know what I'm saying? And I know these hoes wish they had a man like mine. Simone even said it. I wish I had a man like Dr. David.
Simone said that?
He said it on camera. Go back. Dustin probably saw it. She said it when we were cooking something. She said, I wish I had a man like that. He's successful. He's educated. He's nice.
Why she think this? Why is it this God complex when it comes to Dr. Damon? see what I'm talking about? In Heavenly's eyes, she's perfect. Damon is perfect. Her kids are perfect. We get ready to get into that whole lie. She's still lying about her son's arrest, y'all. We about to get into that. In Heavenly's eyes, she is perfect. She does no wrong. Her kids do no wrong. Okay. Nothing about her or anyone connected to her does anything wrong. All right. According to her. She's just going on and on about Damon. There's nothing wrong with praising your spouse. She's supposed to love him. She's married to him. But it's giving you be putting 20 on 10 sometimes when it comes to Dr. Damon. He is not that fucking perfect. And I guarantee you there's been some inconsistency somewhere. Not that I want it to be. But if you got to monitor his phone and who's texting him, okay, if he's sleeping in separate bedrooms than you, like if he got Infamil in the cabinet and you can't give us a straight answer as to why, it kind of gives me that there might be some shit going on that maybe shouldn't be. That's all I'm saying.
To you, you know what I'm saying? All the things that Cecil's not.
I think Steve saw all those things.
Okay, that was her words, not mine.
Oh no! I'm not saying you. I'm saying
right.
I don't remember that.
I mean, Cecil's not a doctor. Hold on. That's what she said. She said. That's what these are the words she used. She said he's not a doctor. Okay. He worked. I don't know. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Okay. I think Cecil's a good man, Savannah. I love Cecil.
I like Cecil too. I think he's a nice guy.
I know you didn't say that. I know surround sound Simone did. Hey Simone, happy birthday. Congratulations.
And the interesting thing is this.
No, he did not call her surround sound Simone. Now Simone do be loud, but Carlos, you wrong for that. Because somebody can say 47-inch forehead when it comes to you. I mean, you see how that works? See how that flew out? Let go out.
When they say things about my husband, I don't want to Cecil to catch any strays because I like him so much.
You just sent a few though. You literally just sent several just now.
Okay, well, I mean,
so
I'm not lying.
You don't want him to catch no strays when you the one who's
I hate for him to catch it, but he gonna catch it.
Ooh, that head, child, that head.
When you say some shit about my man, you might gonna catch it.
So there you go. There you go.
But I hate to do it because I really like him as a person.
Yes,
I really like
Cecil good. I love Cecil, but I do want to use this opportunity to have you clear a few things up, okay?
Okay, clear it up.
And Claudia's like,
Claudia done been quiet. Let Claudia say it out of this.
Claudia's like, what?
No, I just started watching y'all's reunion. Like I haven't been watching reality TV in a long time. I just started back up. I've been on the news and the election. So like, honestly, the Real Housewives, I just came back after like 10 years away from it. Yeah. But when I did watch y'all's reunion, it really intrigued me. Like I'm gonna go back and go watch it all because it sounds very interesting. I did see like y'all really turn up at that with Simone and Quad, and I was like, what is the backstory of this? Because there was a lot of emotion out the gate on that. Like I really want to go back and watch like a lot of that stuff. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, you got it right. So I want to use while we have you, Dr. Heavenly. Thank you so much for coming on. We're at 6,000 views. Thank you, Dr. Heavenly. I love you. Again, amazing season.
So now we're getting ready to get into Dr. Heavenly lying about her son's arrest. Watch how she just lie, y'all. Now, mind you, if you guys follow me, I've covered this now twice and showed you guys the legal documentation. Okay, shout out to Lakeisha Keisha because that's where we saw it. Okay, we're gonna give her credit. Now, Heavenly is gonna sit her ass up here and lie because Carlos is now getting ready to change the direction of the conversation to asking Heavenly to give him some concrete information about this said arrest about her son, and watch how Heavenly lie about this situation. She has to now say that yes, he was arrested, but now watch the lie that she attaches this particular answer to. She attaches a lie to this, and it's so blatant and so pathological the way she sat up here and let this lie fly out of her mouth. And I think everybody on the panel know that her ass was lying, but I don't think anybody called her out on it because they didn't want her maybe to snap back at them. But Heavenly sat here and lied her ass off. Let's get into it.
I would like for you to use this opportunity to clear a few things up that has been out there. Are you okay for us to do that?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Okay. There's a rumor floating around that your son allegedly got arrested and you had no idea about it and it turned out to be true. Is that the case? What can you tell us about that?
Well, I told you that this afternoon. when it first came out, the people told me that my son was arrested. That scared the shit out of me, right? It scared the shit out of me. I was like, oh my God, let me call him. I called all my boys. Now, when you said one got arrested, I knew which one you had to been talking about. So I called that one first. And I said, no, mama ain't, no, I'm doing fine. I'm good. Okay, good. And then so I called my baby boy and I knew he was. So I said, no, I'm good. And I said, it was a lie. It's a lie out there, right? So it's long story short, it kept.
But because right here with the head, Carlos, I need you to sit straight up because it's a distraction while I'm trying to hear her lie. I'm trying to hear Heavenly's lie, but Carlos is distracting me, okay? With his 47-inch forehead, he keeps showing me, all right? This shit looks
coming. It kept coming. And then I looked at the thing and I said, damn, they got the right birth certificate and everything. I say, Daddy, do you see what they saying about my baby boy? Do you see what they saying? And Damon looked at it and he said, well, baby, I said, is this some truth to it? Now, when I first saw it, the people said 2025. So I was like, okay, it was years ago. Damon never told me. He handled that shit. And that's why I love him, because he knew I would have been upset. He went down there. He talked to the people. Damon, my son never got charged with anything. It was a big misunderstanding. And Damon took care of it, went down there, talked to the people like he got some damn sense. Took care of all of it. It went away, and he never told his wife because he knew his wife would have been upset about it. I love my man. I love my man. He prevented me from getting that because I would have cursed everybody. I went out there like the ignorant mama. You know what I'm saying? Why did you? You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Y'all not feeling what I'm saying.
They know you lying.
I would have made it worse.
Carlos knows she lying. Look at everybody's face while she's talking on this panel, and they know she's motherfucking lying. Carlos knows she lying. That's why he doing that stupid ass laugh he always do when some shit be off. Dustin, he was wiping his eye like did this bitch. Okay, Claudia's face like bitch. She was fixing her hair like body language. Check out the body language when Heavenly is motherfucking lying right quick about her son's ass being arrested. First, it was no, my son was never arrested. If you guys go back when she was interviewed by the blogger, the guy that sat down and asked her verbatim about her son being arrested, Heavenly said, no, that's a lie. My son would never. My son is a college, going a college graduate. My son is this. Like she bigged him up. Not my son. I said, damn, is this Coming to America? I thought my damn TV turned. I thought my computer went over to Coming to America. Not my son. Not my son. Not the royal one. Now she's going to have to admit it because bloggers done pull, myself, we pulled legal documents. We about to pull it again in a few. We pulled legal documents to show and prove that her son was arrested. Now she's sitting up saying, yeah, he was arrested, but I didn't know nothing about it. Your address is on the paperwork. I'll do you one better. Your address, Heavenly, where you live, is on the indictment from where your son was motherfucking arrested. So how do you not know about it? And Damon went and handled it and you knew nothing. He didn't tell you. He just handled it. And that's why I love my man, because he went out there and handled this and he didn't tell me. And he went up there and talked to people with some sense. Put a one in the chat if you feel like Heavenly is lying. I'm sorry. We got to put a one in the chat if you feel that Heavenly Kimes is sitting her ass up here with this busted ass weave, lying her motherfucking ass off. I'm sorry. We ain't gonna put a one. I need to see some ones. I need to see some ones. If you believe Heavenly is sitting here lying about not knowing that her son was arrested. She said her husband kept it quiet and went and handled it behind her back and didn't tell her until she heard it in the blogs that he was arrested. And she called around and asked her kids. And then she said, Daddy, was our son, did you hear about our son being arrested? And then he told her, oh, I went down there and handled it and I didn't tell you because I felt like you were going to go off. That didn't even sound right. That's public information. You're a public figure. So your son being arrested, you're going to be one of the first people to find out. Fannie Willis is the prosecutor on there. Fannie Willis is the prosecutor. So you mean to tell me Dr. Heavenly Kimes with Smiles by Dr. Heavenly, you are out and about in Atlanta, which everybody know everybody. Like not one celebrity came up to you and said, girl, I saw something online the other day saying your son was arrested. Girl, what about that? Did you know about that, girl? Did you know your son had been arrested out there in the Atlanta streets out there down there at the school, girl, trying to run over a police officer, girl? He is indicted out here, girl. Fannie Willis is the prosecutor, girl. Did you know about that? Bullshit. This is the first you heard that bloggers have pulled it up and talked about your son. This some lying ass shit right here.
You're not feeling me. Y'all, do anybody here got some kids?
I get it.
Understand when I love my children. So if I hear something that was not, you know what I'm saying, right? I would.
So your man knows you, and he knew if he told you if Tay was about to get flipped over, you about to act up. Y'all about to go crazy.
I mean, I couldn't even go to the games where my babies used to play games and wrestle and shit. I couldn't go. Because I would be out there on the floor. Don't you touch my damn baby.
Your maid is supposed to be a safety net to stop you from acting up.
I love my kids so much, y'all. All of them, I love them so much. And they also very different, and they need so many different things from me.
And who hasn't got into some shit in their 20s? Like, that's not news to me. Like,
nah, actually, he was like 19.
Incident.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he was young and shit happens, and that's not impactful or determine, you know, it doesn't determine his future or anything like that. So to me, it just was a kind of, I just didn't like to see that brought up.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know who would have got it 3 years later, 2-3 years later. But anyway, it don't matter. But my whole thing is this. I love my husband. I love how he treats me. I know that everybody's situation is a little bit different, but shit work for us. I've been with my man 32 years. Been married, will be 28 in August. And for me, I really, reality TV, I got tough skin for it. He don't really care for it. He feels like a lot of people on Twitter.
Carlos knows she full of shit. Do y'all hear the deflection? She dancing around. Baby, she is doing the salsa. She salsa dancing around that answer, baby. This is Heavenly Child. Slide to the left. This is you, Heavenly. They asked you about your son being arrested. You are salsa dancing around the truth, girl. This you, Heavenly. Was your son arrested? Slide to the left. Boots on the ground. That's you. Oh, I got my boots on the ground. That's Heavenly, girl. Where them fans at? Heavenly, was your son arrested? Where them fans at? That's Heavenly, girl. Heavenly, just say he was arrested. Your kids are not perfect, love. They gonna fuck up from time to time. I'm just saying. Where them fans at? Heavenly, was he arrested, girl? Why we gotta get the long version of the lie? That's all I wanna know. And you can say in 2 minutes, he was arrested. He did something fucked up. You know, we went down there. We trying to handle it. Yes, he was indicted. You know, kids do shit from time to time. But this you out here. Where them fans at? You stanky legging on that bitch. You wear that fans at, boots on the ground with the bullshit. Well, we getting all that. We getting all that. We getting all that. Okay. We getting all this shit here. We didn't ask for it. We getting the TLC. We getting that shit. We ain't asked for that. We getting the Harlem Shake. We ain't asked for that. The truth, girl, the truth, the truth. We getting the MC Hammer pop lock, okay? Like we getting the Michael Jackson, okay? We getting the slide from Michael Jackson. We ain't asked for that, okay? We didn't get that. We didn't ask for all of that. Heavenly, oh, she's still lying. Let's finish it. Listen to the lie, shit.
And stuff like that are cowards that would never say shit to your face. You know what I'm saying? But my thought process is, you know, it's all a part of the game. So Damon's not participating on social media. He's not doing that because he doesn't really respect it. You know what I'm saying? He feels like if somebody gonna say something, say it to their face.
I feel the same way.
And you know, he's just a man's man. That's how he does. So, but I love that he's old school. He's never gonna let me take out the garbage. He that type of man that's gonna make sure the lawn. Well, he can't do the lawn because he's allergic, but he gonna make sure it's done. And you know, we just
lying so bad. He gonna make sure the grass cut. Well, he can't cut the grass, girl, because he got allergies. But he gonna make sure it's done. Why are we talking about the grass? We talking about the arrest. How we get on the grass? Y'all hear this? How are we talking? Why are we talking about grass? We don't give a fuck about the grass. It's let me throw in enough stuff to take your mind off this arrest that y'all asking me about. We didn't have 32 years that we asked about the arrest. Heavenly is a deflector and a liar, and it's pathological. Notice when she talks, okay? Notice when she talks, she got to throw in enough shit about how great her man is and how great he does as a doctor and all the shit that you didn't even ask her about to take away from what we really was talking about, which was your son's arrest. He was 19, so it is what it is. But I love my husband, and he gonna always do what he needs to do. You know, he gonna make sure the grass be cut. Oh, he can't cut the grass because he got allergies. Like you, girl.
Just got gender roles. That's how life works, and it works for us.
No, listen, the fact that
let me go Macaulay.
I obviously am a product of a mother and a father, and I'm laughing because I have 9 siblings. I'm laughing because one of my siblings got in trouble once, and my father did take care of it, and my mother was kept in the dark. So I'm laughing because that is some. Listen, I like to say this and not take it back. I think that's like some real Black family household shit.
Now I'm thinking, do one of them got a baby that I don't know about? Now, what other shit y'all know that I don't know? I'm joking.
Somebody did.
Right.
Well, I want you to clear up the rumor. So that was one of the rumors. Your son got arrested. Another one is there an outside baby? Because again, this is your floor.
There ain't no outside, baby. I mean, I don't know. You know, I don't know what my boys doing. I really don't. I don't know what the fuck. Like, okay.
Do you have a grandbaby, Dr. Heavenly?
No,
somewhere?
not that I know. Because if I did, I would love that child. I would love. Think about it. My youngest child is 19. If my babies had one, I would love it. They saw some Enfamil on the counter. Damon's allergic to milk, so he does pro soybean for his cereal. Y'all done heard this before. But my whole thing is, I know Damon ain't got no kids. I would say that because a bitch would be on the doorstep trying to get a check. Now these boys, I don't know, they ain't got no kids. No, because I'm so close to them, they would have brought that baby to me. Now I know Laura ain't got none because Dr. Jackie done fixed all of that. Well, so you know what I mean. So anyway, I'm talking too damn much now. But don't go ahead.
But does Dr. Damon have a baby outside of you? I want to address everything.
Oh, come on now. Come on now.
I want you to address that. People, that's what.
No. That to me, that was stupid. Like biracial. Why they had to be biracial, Claudia? Why it got to be like you say the last name count? That means he went down and signed the birth certificate.
Yeah, why am I in it?
Yeah, that's right, biracial. But to me, y'all will believe anything. I guess the people like to believe shit. My whole thing is,
yes.
I got ex.
Put a 1 in the chat if you think Damon is drinking some damn Enfamil milk that babies drink. Put a 1, because I know a lot of people. I'm lactose intolerant. I don't drink no fucking milk. There's 1%, there's 2%, there's almond milk. Like, I mean, I ain't even a milk fanatic, but I just know it's different types of milk that people use that fit their need, their milk need. We'll call it that. I ain't never seen no grown ass person, and y'all can correct me if you're wrong. I don't know no grown ass people. Enfamil is motherfucking high. I had a baby before. Baby milk is fucking high. That powder milk, that shit is high. So I don't know nobody running around here buying no damn Enfamil as no fucking adult because they are allergic to milk. Like, girl, it's plenty of ways that you can get some stuff if he's lactose intolerant or allergic to milk. It's still milk. Is Enfamil still not milk? My son drank when he was a baby. It's still milk. You add the water to that shit as milk. It's just powder. So correct me if I'm wrong. Damon is not drinking no damn Enfamil milk. I'm sorry. And I don't think that she meant for the cameras to see that. And there's something going on behind the scenes that Heavenly's still not being transparent about, just like she ain't been transparent about her son's arrest. She don't want the people to know something, to have something on her, because she's presented herself and her family as being this perfect entity. And she has this godlike complex with her kids, and with Damon. And God forbid somebody find out something negative about her to where that will give them something to clap back at her, to where she don't have something strong enough to clap back. She ain't about to let you find out nothing negative about Damon. I guarantee you the only way we would know that there was a baby with Damon is if one of the women on the show came out and told that shit and had a picture. She ain't gonna come out and admit that shit, because then it's gonna prove that her husband was cheating. But then let's continue, because she gonna say something that made my ears stand up. Okay.
Access to the money. I don't know who got it, but I got access to the money. I see every account. Like, to me, you know what I'm saying? There's no way. No. And my man says,
even if you got access to the money, people can go and set up accounts that you don't even know about, Heavenly. So stop the bullshit. This is my thing. She acts like she knows so much about what her husband is doing. If a person want to cheat on you, let me say this. If a person want to cheat on you, they can do it and you not know what the fuck is going on. It's people that's been married for so long that their man or whoever their woman can go out and do what the fuck they want to do and you don't know about it. That's why they got the show called Cheaters. Yeah. The people on the show Cheaters knew that they significant others out there cheating till that damn cheating van pull up. There's a motherfucker right there inside a Waffle House with the bitch. That's how that be. Did you go in there, windmill on his ass, and let that bitch know why the fuck you in here in Waffle House with one man eating waffles? Okay, bitch. Why? Okay, why do the cheaters van got to pull up on Heavenly and Damon before we know that there's a baby out there and that there's some shit going on behind the scenes? Like, damn, let me call cheaters. Matter of fact, after my live, I'm calling cheaters and sending cheaters to Heavenly and Dr. Damon's house to find out what the fuck Damon is doing when he's working these extra hours, since Heavenly don't want to tell us. Cheaters will tell us, okay? Peter, what's the name? Peter Guns. Y'all know Peter Guns is the host on Cheaters now. Let me reach, because I follow him on Instagram, okay? Let me reach out to Peter Guns on the show Cheaters and have him pull up the Heavenly in them house in their damn Cheaters van and figure out what the fuck is going on with Dr. Damon over here with his lying, cheating ass. Allegedly.
A stand-up guy. I just,
You know what's so funny to me, Dr. Heavenly?
Mhm.
People are always trying to accuse Dr. Damon of cheating on you, but don't nobody ever ask you if you cheating on Dr. Damon. How you feel about that?
I would never.
Because you always talking about how much you love your man, and
I love my man. I would
great
never.
smoke screen.
But you know what? That would be a better show. That would be a better show. Because to me, even if Damon did cheat, it ain't gonna make me no another man. I'm gonna do what Mariah did when her husband cheated. I'm gonna do what Jackie did when her husband cheated. I'm gonna do what Simone did when she had Tammy.
This what they be talking about right
I'm
here.
just saying, that's what I'm doing. But that's
You ain't
who I
gotta
am.
pull the street sweeper out every time. You know what I'm saying?
No, but it is. I'm gonna do the same thing. But if I cheated on Damon, oh my God, I would never do that. But I'm just saying that'll be a different story.
Yeah.
I don't think men can handle it. I think that most men cannot handle it, other than Will Smith or somebody like that.
Well,
Dr.
I'm saying, like his wife cheated on him, right?
Yes, she did reveal that she had
an
entanglement.
Yeah.
Entanglement with her son's friend.
That's what she was saying.
Most men are not gonna take that because they can't handle it.
Before I let you go, I do want to ask you this.
Please let her
Part
go.
3 reunion was great. This has been a great season. The biggest question we have for you tonight is, where do you see the cast of Married to Medicine going from here? The cast does seem to be a bit disjointed. I thought, this is my opinion, I'm not biased, and you could tell me if I got this wrong. Based on what I've seen on the show, I did feel Quad this season was very humble. I thought she was humble in terms of really trying to reconnect with the ladies. I did feel that, and that made me feel good. But the Quad and Simone thing, I think is really bad. Where do you see the cast going from here?
First and foremost, I want to tell everybody thank you for watching. It's been an amazing, amazing season, amazing career with Married to Medicine. It's been amazing. I think that the reason our stuff goes deep is because we're real friends, and we even if we're not as close, we've been around each other 10, 12, 11 years. You know what I'm saying? So it's deeper than somebody on a housewife that they're pretending, no offense, Claudia. You know what I'm saying?
I know
met
that
the bitch yesterday. You know what I'm saying? So it's deeper. So we have grown to love each other. And I don't think that people will really understand the emotion behind Simone, because at the end of the day, I think she really loves Quad. I think Quad really loves her. You know what I'm saying? Deep down, I think that Contessa really loves me. I think that I love Contessa. But I'm the type of person, everybody a little bit different. That's what I would say. Where do I see us going? I mean, we always say that the group is fractured. I think all we can do is try to do better. You know what I'm saying? I thank you, Dustin, for calling me out, because I do go to astray. That's what I do. That's my flaw. Everybody has them. And I say on my channel all the time, if you have a great friend, Dustin, be generous, because they're going to disappoint you at some point. They're going to do something wrong. If you got a mate in a relationship, you know what I'm saying? They're going to disappoint you at some point, because if you're going to leave that relationship based on 1, 2 things, or even a lot of things, then you're not going to sustain many relationships. You got to know somebody's heart. And one thing I can say for sure is Simone has a great heart. Quad has a great heart. Contessa has a great heart. Everybody's hurting. Everybody's going through things. And we never know what it is, because a lot of people ain't putting shit on camera. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and the shit they do, you know what I mean? So give us some grace. That's what I would say. And don't count us out, because I think we're real good people. I think every one of us is, from Jackie to Sweet Tea to everybody. Good people. Continue to
Okay.
watch, and hopefully we don't disappoint you. We try to do better. You know what I'm saying? But I will say this, and Carlos knows this, and Claudia knows it. When you're on camera, the emotions are 10 times what they would be off camera. People are showing up for the camera. They're doing things they probably would never do because the cameras are there. So again, give us some grace. Dustin.
Oh yeah, I've given a lot of grace, and I'm gonna continue to give grace because I think that's beautiful, and it's even more beautiful when people take accountability, right? Because that's what really inspires us to lead with grace when we deal with people.
Crazy.
So to me, people fuck up all the time. I make mistakes. I made mistakes yesterday. I'm gonna make some today, tomorrow. We all will. But as a man, I'm a man's man. You know what I'm saying? Accountability is really, really important to me. And when I fuck up, I speak on it and I make it right with the person that I fucked up with. Those sort of relationships, that sort of view to a resolve is what we love to see on a show that's about people being in relationship with one another. So y'all will.
Okay, we don't care about that. All right, let's move forward. Hold on. Let's see. He's still going. All right, so let's move forward because I want to get this last part where Carlos tries to say that he don't know shit about the revenge peace situation. Now, who do we know on Love and Marriage Huntsville experienced the revenge peace situation with their ex-husband now? But Carlos don't seem to know about it, but that was her whole storyline. I thought that was very interesting. We're going to move it on ahead, honey. I want you guys to hear the Dr. Heavenly portion of this damn show because, baby, the lies were lying. You hear me? The lies were motherfucking lying, like your girls say, okay? All right, so we're going to start it right here. So right here is where the revenge P conversation takes place. And they're talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, Britt Eady, and Kenya Moore situation. But then Carlos is going to speak on that. And he's going to say something rather interesting. And I was just like, how the fuck you don't know what revenge P is or how that works? When Melody Cherie went through that whole situation with Martell explained the situation on your show. And you want to sit up here and act totally oblivious to that? That's what I'm be understanding with Carlos. Is he going through early dementia? Is Carlos, no hairline king, going through early dementia when he mentions certain things and act like he's oblivious to the fact that you actually know about the shit? Let's get into it, y'all, because this shit had me blown. Let's go.
That's all alleged. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. And I'm being very honest. I am a journalist. Hey, Portia.
Back it up a little bit. Whoa. Okay. All right, let's start it here. All right.
Why is everybody putting
After the ad reports, okay. Let's get through the ad. Because I was just like, how the fuck you don't know how revenge P worked when Melody went through that shit on your show?
On a friend who was a friend to my face and behind my back. You know, and I want to really focus on the decision that Kelly made. Kelly has no issues with Kenya. Kelly was even there while Kenya was auditioning folks. Kelly saw one poster board and she said, I'm out. I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. This is my girl. We came here together.
Yeah.
You want a friend like Kelly. Now, unfortunately, Kelly and Britt aren't friends today. We'll see what happens with that. But you want a friend like Kelly who did that. So she left. The other ladies were watching what was going on. I want to talk about the ladies' reaction to it because I know I don't know all those girls. I know Portia and Cynthia. So let me just be, and yeah, I know those two. I know Portia and Cynthia well, and I could tell that in their minds, they were like, what is this about to be? And Claudia, you weren't there at that moment, but when it came to the ladies' reactions, they all decided to leave. And Cynthia stayed back. And I want to get into Cynthia because she's not only a friend of mine, she's a friend of y'all too. Cynthia was the only person who came up to Kenya and said, baby, that ain't it. Like, you're better than this. I love you. I'll call you tomorrow. But what did y'all think about the girls' reactions to this?
They were right. You know, it's good to have friends that are ride or die, but are they really your friend if they don't tell you when you're wrong? You know what I mean? And it wasn't a good look for Kenya, and we know she can do so much better. I will say on a technical part of this, as far as the whole revenge porn, is it true that those images were images that were already online in a movie that Britt made. Is that true?
That's all alleged. I'll be honest with you. I don't know. And I'm being very
know.
honest. I am a journalist. Hey, Portia, I am a journalist. I am not spending my time looking for, I don't know. I think at the end of the day, what's wrong is wrong. But I don't, Carlos King, I have no idea.
I always try to think about what was in someone's mind, because Kenya's smart, right? So to like just find some pictures that were private to post them, I don't think she'd be dumb enough to do that. I think from what I've been hearing, I could be wrong, those were images that were on the internet already and she blew them up. And I'm thinking that's why maybe she thought, well, they're already out there, I'm not really committing that crime. But it's not being viewed like that. It's being viewed as it is revenge porn.
Well, that's the thing. I think it's one of those things where there's so many definitions. I'm not a lawyer.
Right.
I don't have Esquire behind my last name. There's things that we all are discovering. It's like, oh, that's illegal. That's legal. I'm just saying I don't know. I don't know the definition, but I do want to say this. I always go back to what we saw.
Yeah.
The network did not say the RP word in terms of her dismissal. They didn't say that, right? The network, from my understanding as of today at 8:51 Eastern Standard Time, have not used that word as a cause for her dismissal. So and I'm not saying it is it. I'm not saying it isn't it. All I'm saying is based on what we saw as viewers, those words have not been used.
No.
Would it make a difference?
They don't need to say it. Read between the damn lines. If you take a picture of someone giving fellatio and you put it out on a huge ass poster at an event to disparage or embarrass someone, because it was used for ill intentions, to get back at said person that she felt did something to her, I don't give a damn if it was out or not. You cannot do no shit like that. Martell did that bullshit, and look where he is. That is a full-fledged crime. So the fact that Carlos is trying to downplay it because he liked Kenya, no. It's a crime, baby. Kenya was wrong. Britt was wrong to do the shit she did. But let's address the revenge P bullshit. Why Carlos said, I don't have Esquire. You don't need Esquire. I don't have it behind my name, but I understand what revenge P means. You cannot take a picture of someone in a sexually explicit position and put it on a huge ass poster and show it to a room full of people and think that shit is okay. You just cannot do that. Bravo was not getting ready to let that shit fly either. They were not getting ready to put themselves in a position to be fucking sued or having any type of legal situation put on them because of something that Kenya did in the spare of the moment, in the heat of the moment, because she was in her fucking feelings. I don't give a hot boiling damn how mad she was about what Britt Edie did to her. That did not give you just cause to go and print out a bunch of damn pictures that you saw on OnlyFans or any other fucking fan and put it on a huge ass poster to show this girl giving dome to somebody to embarrass the fuck out of her to make yourself feel better. It's a crime. She can still go and press charges. Several people saw that and witnessed it, and people were not okay with that bullshit. If y'all go back and look at that scene, people walked out. They were like, Kenya, this is not okay. I don't want to be a part of this shit. Like, I'm out. People left her spa opening event because they were embarrassed. They were uncomfortable. Like, you literally showed this girl on her knee on that shit. That's not okay. Everybody don't want to see that. Everybody don't want to see that. Some people don't watch PORN. They're not cool in that moment. So the fact that she chose to go that low, yes, accountability, the accountability that Bravo chose to make her take in that moment is just what the fuck it was. I don't care how many fans sit up and say, oh, it's wrong. It don't matter. It's no different from you going on your regular 9-to-5 job and doing that to somebody that you work with. If they choose to fire your motherfucking ass from doing that, then that's just what the fuck it is. For every action is a motherfucking reaction. And we're not going to sit up here and act like because you like a person that certain rules apply, because it don't. It just does not. It just does not. It does not. Don't care if she was on OnlyFans and did it. I don't care. If they want to watch it, let their ass go over there to OnlyFans and say, girl, How about Britt Eater was over there on OnlyFans? See, that's how you do that shit. You want to embarrass the fuck out of her? Don't go print out the pictures and put it on the fucking poster. Say, girl, I saw Britt Eater girl over there on OnlyFans. Girl, get over there. Girl, she is over there. Girl, she had her mouth crunk up like a chainsaw on that motherfucking bit over there. That's how you do that. Girl, she was over there head bobbing. Girl, girl, her neck muscles were strong in that video, bitch. She was in the video. That's how you do that. You send them over there. You don't bring that shit to you. Now you got yourself fired from your damn job. Now your spa is struggling. Now you crying about shit. Now you got back taxes on your home that you ain't paid. Now you out here looking crazy. Now you walk around with duct tape across your lips talking about silence Kenya and all this bullshit. You knew the ramifications, what was going to happen, but you felt like you were Kenya Moore and twirled your ass up there and did some bullshit that got you suspended and or damn near fired from the fucking show. Now you asking your fan base to speak up when your ass knew you were wrong from the jump, girl. You knew that bullshit was wrong. I'm so tired of people playing victim when they do shit. Twirl your ass away and get some therapy and figure out why the fuck you put your job in jeopardy. You put your coin, you fucked up your bag over a moment. Girl, send their ass to OnlyFans. That's where they should have saw that shit. Not at your opening spa. How the fuck you want people to come and support your business and you use the very moment to show them who you are to you don't spend all this money for caterers, decorators, all that. Even on the fucking posters. I'm pretty sure you spent a nice little coin to print out them huge ass posters of this girl. I'm talking about she showed poster after poster of this girl in compromising positions from OnlyFans. Send them there. That's what I would have done. Girl, go look at OnlyFans. Girl, listen. I was an OnlyFans girl and I saw Britt Eater over there busting it wide open, bitch. Go look. At the tap of the button, bitch. They can pull up their iPhone, whatever kind of phone. I don't give a hot boiling damn. Pull it up on your phone. Be like, damn, bitch. Girl, you get down like that. I ain't know that. That shit would have been on no poster in my business. Now you wonder why your business is slow and ain't nobody fucking with you like that at your spa. Because you did the shit at the spa. Am I right or am I right? I would have never did that shit. I'm trying to open a business and I want people to patronize my business. The last thing I'm going to do is pull out some pornographic pictures of somebody on some get back bullshit and make everyone uncomfortable to where they be like, damn, girl, that's fucked up. I got to go. Like, I ain't with this shit. I'm leaving. I'm leaving. Cancel that shit. Nah, I don't want no business card because I ain't coming back. That's the energy that it gave from the people that was walking out of your fucking spa opening, Kenya. So take accountability. Brent, take accountability for saying that you had a pow and that you used a pow and some damn whips and chains or whatever else you said on Kenya, because that was a terroristic threat, low key. Kenya Moore, you high key got, take it off the show, okay? You fucked up your money and that's your fault, all right? I don't want to hear no more about it.
Does it make a difference? And I'm asking you to your opinion on this.
So much, Jessica.
If these are images that Britt already had online as a cam girl, like if she was doing web porn stuff, and they were out there and Kenya made copies of them to embarrass her, that's not revenge porn? Is that revenge porn? Do y'all know?
I don't know the law. Like,
yeah, I'm unclear with the law, and I actually don't even think that was necessarily the issue. I think that whether it classified underneath that the law or not, right? I think the issue is more so the violation of whatever code of conduct exists when it comes to nudity, shit like that, whatever. Her behavior violated some sort of code of conduct, and they chose, and like they said, they used, speaking of the language used, they said due to Kenya's behavior. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So something about what she did. No, yeah, go ahead, Carlos.
Oh no, I was gonna say, because at the end of the day, the thing is this, and we all said this earlier, wrong is wrong, right?
Mm-hmm.
Regardless of the definition of where it was, I think wrong is wrong. I think at the end of the day, to show it is just wrong. And again, it's something that Kenya has.
Whoa, gotta stop. Let's put the brake on. Let's bleed the brake, baby. Brake fluid, bitch. Because you didn't have this same energy when Martell did that shit to Melody. See, this is why I have a problem with Carlos. I got to keep it 1,000 because I don't like it when you see it on other people, but when it's on somebody who you have a little problem or a little issue or low-key issue with, you can't acknowledge that. When Melody was crying about that shit, when Melody was filming on your show, when Melody talked about that shit that she was going through with Martell, when he did that, you saw it's only a fucking text message. Now, I will give you your props at the reunion. You did tell Martell, okay, that wasn't right. But when that shit was going on, you filmed it and you sat there and got the ratings for it and you took up for Martell. You were on Martell's side. Martell could do no wrong. But at the reunion, you switched it up because you knew people was going to get on your ass if you did not address that shit properly with Martell. I'm just going to be 1,000 wild, baby. And I know that's why he did it. The whole entire season, Martell was able to sit his ass on the show and act like he was totally oblivious to why Melody filed charges on him for what he did. He was fully charged for that shit. DV in the 3rd degree harassing communications. It was fully revenge P that he was threatening to put out on Melody, and she had to take responsibility and file something on him because, according to her, this happened not one time, but it's the 2nd time that Martell threatened to do that shit to her. So she had to file something because she saw that the shit was not going to stop. You knowing this, Carlos, why the fuck was he still on the show and Kenya Moore off Real Housewives of Atlanta when Bravo could see clearly that the shit she did was wrong? She actually showed that shit. This is the 2nd time he threatened that shit. You should have told Martell, given the fact that you're doing this and it's continuous, your behavior on this show has already been a lot. We're going to need to sit you down for a bit. That's the energy we should have saw. But because you are so much, you so tied to, you got soul ties with, and you're friends with the people you employ, you can't hold them accountable because your motherfucking ass ain't accountable. That's the problem I have. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. I know my mouth is a little too much this morning, but the irritation makes me holleration in this dancery this morning. I'm sick of the bullshit with Carlos. How the fuck you see it over here and the same shit happening over here and you Ray Charles to the bullshit? Hello? Hello? Could somebody pick up the line? How the fuck, I'm going to say it again, the same shit that's happening over here, all willy-nilly, okay? That means so easily, for those of you that don't know what willy-nilly means. The shit happening so willy-nilly over here. Then over here, the same shit happening and you Ray Charles to it. Oh, I can't. All of a sudden, you can't see. All of a sudden, you Ray Charles to the bullshit. You like this with it. Where's the bullshit? Hello, was it over here? I don't know. I can't see it. Revenge P, I don't know what it means. I don't have Esquire behind my name, so I don't know. This is him, honey. When accountability needs to be taking place, this is Carlos King, Ray Charles to the bullshit. You bumping into shit. You are bumping into accountability. This is accountability in your face, and you're this with it. Eyes wide shut, and you're this with accountability. Bumping into accountability on your bullshit girl. Heavy on the girl. That's what it gives. That's what it was. Let's continue. It's bullshit for me.
Has admitted to it being wrong. But to answer your question, which is a valid question, I don't know the definition of what was going on, but wrong is wrong, and that's that. But I do want to say this part about it too. Cynthia Bailey is getting dragged on social media, and I do want to address that.
We're not going into
you
that.
two are friends
She
with
should
her.
be dragged. Everybody else should be dragged. Bottom line is, I wanted to show you guys where he did not take accountability for this shit, as to say, I don't really know it. So does someone need to show a picture of you in a compromising position for you to understand what revenge P means? That go for anybody. If you have a picture of somebody doing some nasty, freaky shit that nobody should ever see in life, I don't give a fuck if you got it off of OnlyFans. If you post that shit on social media or anywhere else in order to embarrass that person, please understand that charges will be placed on your ass. Now, since we got to be technical, because I like legal terms as well, okay? I like legal terms as well. Let's do a little bit of pulling up some shit for you, if you will. Let's look up the proper term for revenge P. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, let's do a little, because I like to do some teaching moments. Okay, I could have been a teacher in my day. Let's just look at Georgia law on it. Okay, shit that just popped up. Let's go on and look at it, bitch. Okay, let's go ahead and look at the law on revenge P. Okay, let's look at it. It's coming up. Give me just a second and I will share. Okay. Carlos, you're in Georgia. Okay, don't know why that's happening, but we're gonna move on down, child. All right, penalties and impact. Let's get into that. Okay. Let's get into it. All right, let's share so we can educate some people on what this means, since Carlos don't know. I don't know what it means. I don't have Esquire behind my name. I don't either. It's a simple Google. Like you told somebody else to Google, so can you. All right. That's all I did right here was Google. Let's get into it. All right, what does revenge P mean? Somebody said class in session. Get your pencils and your papers ready, because we're getting ready to learn something about revenge P. Just in case somebody said, this bitch fucking thinks she gonna play with me, bitch. I got a picture of you giving on that shit. Abort mission. Because they have stricter laws now for said situations. Okay, let's get into it. Criteria for Georgia's revenge P law. We're gonna say Georgia because Real Housewives of Atlanta is filmed in Georgia. Carlos lives in Georgia, so does Britt Eady, so does Kenya Moore. So we're gonna look at the Georgia law because that's what really matters in this instance. All right. So criteria for Georgia's revenge PRRN law. All right. Georgia's revenge P law was that codified? All right. Under the statute, child, specifies the conditions for violation. Now, the offense involves intentionally sharing sexually explicit images without the depicted individual's consent. That's considered revenge P. What Kenya Moore did in that scene, where she put them things on the big ass, billboards, whatever. Yeah, that falls under this classification. Let's continue. Where there was a reasonable expectation of privacy. Now, this expectation distinguishes private images from those shared consensually. Now, the offender must have known or reasonably should have known that the individual did not consent. I'm pretty sure Britt Eady didn't like, girl, go at it or put them pictures up. I don't give a fuck. I don't think she said that. Now, the law focuses on images obtained under circumstances where privacy is expected, such as private settings or breaches of trust. Now, you were in a whole, spa opening event. Okay, that wasn't no private setting, know that. Let's continue. Penalties of charges. All right, Georgia's law categorizes offenses as misdemeanors or felonies, each carrying distinct penalties. All right, misdemeanor offenses. Let's look at it. Because Kenya, your ass could be under some serious troubles if Britt Eady decides to take this shit further. Misdemeanor offenses. Let's read about it. All right. A first-time offense of sharing intimate images without consent is generally classified as a misdemeanor under, you see the statute there. Now, convictions may result in a fine of up to $1,000 and or up to 12 months of what? Imprisonment. You hear that, Martell? This classification reflects the offense's seriousness while offering a chance of rehabilitation for first-time offenders. Let's go down to the felony offenses, all right, because it's serious. Felony offenses, subsequent offenses, or those involving aggravated factors may be elevated to a felony as outlined in, you see the statute there. Now, felony convictions can result in fines of up to $100,000 and or up to 5 years of imprisonment. Y'all see how the tougher laws for showing a picture of somebody in a compromising position, you can get $100,000 or up to 5 years in prison for some serious shit like that. All right, now aggravating factors such as widespread dissemination or intent to cause severe emotional harm, okay, underscore the state's commitment to protecting individuals' privacy and dignity. Because that's what you were hoping to do, is disparage her name, her privacy, her dignity, all of that. All right, legal defenses, exceptions. The statute includes provisions to ensure fair application. A key defense involves proving the depicted individuals consented to the images distributed or distribution. Exceptions exist for law enforcement, legal proceedings, or medical purposes. Additionally, images distributed in the public interest, such as for news reporting, may be exempt from prosecution. All right, y'all see that? All right. We already see all of this other stuff, impact on victims and reporting. You guys can read all of that at your leisure at just a click of a button. Go Google it. All right. Go Google it. It's right there. We ain't going to read all this shit because, baby, this is not a bedtime story. But just so that you guys know, there are strict laws where it relates to those type of crimes, or that type of crime. So Carlos, all you had to do prior to doing your messy Monday was go Google and educate yourself. I tell people all the time, if you're gonna get into something, educate yourself prior so that you will know. How do you hold a whole panel about something and you are hosting the panel and you don't know the ramifications of what you're talking about? Bitch, never. Please know what you're talking about before you hop your ass up there. Now, we're getting ready to get out of here, but let me go ahead and give you guys an update on what I was talking about here about this Dr. Heavenly situation, because she ain't going to get off this easy. Now, I'm finding out, of course, you guys know, it was brought to my attention that Dr. Damon dated Heavenly's sister, which is why Heavenly has no relationship with her blood sister. She don't talk to her. She's already said on the show, I don't talk to her. I don't have a relationship with her. None of the above. All right? All right. So, also, I found out that Dr. Heavenly's daughter, they're saying that the reason why she's not in college, and I found this out, somebody brought it to my attention, shout out to them, to one of my subscribers for bringing that to my attention. Now I say allegedly because I wasn't there, but they're saying that Heavenly's daughter, if you guys remember that we showed a live the other day, she has chosen to not be in college. They're saying that she chose to do school online. They're saying it's because that her grades were low. Y'all know that she went away to college and Heavenly didn't want her to go away. She wanted her to be close. Her daughter wanted to go away, maybe because she wanted a little more privacy and to show that she, grown up and to have, a little bit more, rope to do what she wanted to do. So it said that they said that her grades were kind of low, which is why she chose to leave college and come back home. They said that her GPA dropped very dramatically. Okay. They says that Heavenly's daughter, the one that y'all know, the only daughter she's got, the real grown one, okay, the one they said name is little Laura, said that her grades, that her GPA dropped very low, which is why she was asked to come back home by Dr. Heavenly and Damon, because she won't doing the bullshit. All right. They said banner. Everything said in the video is alleged, in my opinion. Y'all see the banner going across my screen? Fair use. All right. Fair use this morning. Okay. That's what was brought to my attention, that Heavenly's daughter had to come on back to the house, girl. Now, y'all hear Heavenly, she slipped up and said something about Dr. Jackie handled that. What was Dr. Jackie handling? Because she is an OBGYN doctor. Okay. Usually if you on birth control, ain't shit to handle, right? Was she trying to tell us something indirectly as to why her daughter had to come back home? I listen very well. I see y'all putting it in the chat as well. Did Dr. Jackie had to give an AB? Allegedly. She is grown as fuck. She been grown since she was down here. Dr. Heavenly's daughter was grown since she was down here. Y'all saw her ass on the show, which is probably why she wanted to be out of the house and go far, far away, all the way down there to University of Florida, wherever the hell she was at. I think she was in Florida. Heavenly did not want her daughter to be that far away. She wanted her to go to school in Georgia. She was like, no, I want to go all the way to Florida. And I think she wanted to have some privacy and, do some grown things, whatever. She said, didn't she say, y'all heard her say Dr. Jackie handled that. What is it that you have to handle if you're on birth control? So did Dr. Jackie deliver said baby that no one wants to talk about, or did she give an AB to get rid of said baby so that Dr. Heavenly and Damon can keep their, how can I say this? Perfect life, so to speak. We're just throwing out insinuations because she did slip up and say that. Okay. She also said in there as well, she made a comment as to say, Heavenly says that even if Damon cheats, so what? He's still a good man. Who says that? Girl, so what if my man cheat? Girl, he's still a good man. He's a great father out here, girl. He go to work every day and he bring that baby home. Where's this info mill coming from? Heavenly, you got to do some explaining. Now, you didn't want to talk about why your son was arrested, but you got to explain this info mill, and you got to explain your slip up where you said, because Carlos King eyebrows went like this when she said the shit. What is it that Dr. Jackie handled? And you said, oh, maybe I shouldn't say that. That's her business. What is it that Dr. Jackie, being an OBGYN, had to handle with your daughter? Then she said, hey, if my sons, Y'all got to listen to Dr. Heavenly very closely when she speaks, because she is very heavily speaking codes, okay? Heavenly speaks in codes. Now, when this shit come out, if we hear that her daughter had a baby, she's going to say, you know, my sons, I said that my sons didn't have a baby. Y'all know she said, my son, if any of my sons had a baby, I would love that child like it was my own. That's my grandbaby. I would love that child. Didn't she say that? She didn't say shit about a Laura. But then she did slip up and say that, you know, Dr. Whatever child name is, she handled that. Dr. Jackie handled that with my daughter. What she have to handle? Because the Lord had to come home. A Lord had to come home. They said her grades was bad. So was she out here jumping up and down on schlongs down there at the schoolhouse and done got a little uh-oh. Did she get one of them Beyonce, uh-oh, 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 uh-oh? Was she on that down there at the school, girl? Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. Where them dicks at? Where them schlongs at? Was she down there at the school like that? I don't know, girl. I wasn't there. I'm saying. What is it that Dr. Jackie had to handle? Now I'm nosy. Where them schlongs at? Where them schlongs at? Was your daughter down there like that, girl? Whoa, I got my dicks on the ground. Hey, where them dicks at? Cowboys and cowgirls are riding it too, sipping on moonshine. I'm getting rolling. Get behind that thing, girl, and roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. What's that? I don't know. Y'all know I be on one. Bitch, I done sang the whole song in here. Heavenly! Let me get back in the character. I'm about to get out of here. I don't know. Heavenly, I need to know. Let me get back in the character. Y'all stop making me laugh, okay? This is a serious situation. Now, shit. Now, in the words of Wanda, I'm motherfucking tired, bitch. I'm motherfucking tired, bitch. Now, what had happened down at the schoolhouse is what I want to know. Where them tongues at? Where them schlongs? Y'all say run it back. Whoa, I got them schlongs on the ground or in the bed. Where them schlongs at? Where them schlongs at? Boop, boop, boop. I gotta pop my hip, y'all. I know how to do that shit too. Whoa, we got them schlongs in the bed. Hey, where them schlongs at? Girl, where them schlongs at? I got them schlongs in the bed. Let's finish the song. Where them schlongs at? Cowgirls and cowgirls riding it too. Sipping on moonshine. I'm getting rolling. Get behind that thing, girl, and roll it, roll it, roll it, roll it. Girl, what had happened at school? Now, what happened down there at the school? Why you had to come back home? Why was there, because I went to school, girl, I'm talking where I were there. Why was there infamil in the cabinet, girl? Was that your infamil for your baby? I don't want to know. You can ponder on that if you must. I'm just saying, I don't know. Because somebody had said something was going on. It was a baby going on. They said it wasn't Dr. Damon baby. So somebody had a baby in there. Now, Dr. Damon is not in there putting in no damn infamil in no bottle and sitting back like this. Hell, no. No. Okay. Girl. Now, I need to know the truth in here. I need to know the truth. You know what I'm saying? Where them schlongs at? Do I need to sing again? We're going to get the truth in here today. Where them songs at? Where them schlongs at? Hey! Cowgirls and cowgirls are riding it too. She's down at the schoolhouse riding on them schlongans. Get behind that thing, girl, and baby, where them schlongs at? Where was the schlong? Let's say, where was the, let me talk to y'all in my European accent. Where was the schlong, okay? Perhaps where was the slug? Why perhaps did you need to come home? Okay. Since your mama won't tell us, girl. Why did you have to come home? You were down there with a 1.1 GPA, girl, because you was down there on this shit. I don't know. Somebody said they on the train hollering. Go holler too. I said if you listen to a person long enough, girl, they will tell the truth. Now, even though she's pathological, okay? Heavenly is pathological with her shit. But if you listen to her long enough, the truth will come out. And everybody on the panel knew she was lying. Okay? Yeah. I had to do one more. But y'all can put in the chat what y'all think, all right? That's what was brought to my attention, that her daughter had to come home, girl, because her grades were so bad, girl, because she was out there slunging. She was thought shopping on campus, girl. Yes, she was. That's what they said. Allegedly, she was thought shopping and slung riding at the school. And Dr. Jackie had to go in there and tell you to hike your legs up in there, girl, and let her look in there and put that little cool little gel upon your stomach there, girl, and move it to the side and look up on the monitor up there to see that there was a little peanut maybe growing in there. That's what they had told me, girl. I don't know. That's what the streets were saying. I don't know. You know, because I talk to the streets a lot. But that's what the people told me, girl. And I was like, oh, you motherfucking lying, girl. You motherfucking lying. Not the perfect girl. Not the golden child. Not her. Good God, no. Not the golden child in here, girl. Not the Virgin Mary. Couldn't be her, girl. It couldn't be her. Oh, no. Oh, no. It could not be the golden child out here carrying, could it be? And Dr. Jackie in there with her boy body in there with her jacket on, in there looking up in her vajayjay to see the little peanut growing inside. Lord. Oh, girl. Oh, Lord. Let's get out of here. But that take me out of here, girl. Ooh, let me check my blood pressure. Oh, shit, it's high. Let's get out of here, child, because I got to check on myself. This is too much for me. I can't take no more. All right? I can't take no more. Lord, before the Lord take me out of here, girl, I'm not ready to go to the pearly gates behind this shit. Listen. All right, we got to go. Thank you. Let me do my thank you so we can get out of here, girl, because this, oh, child, my blood pressure is up. I can't do no more, Lord. Oh, I can't take it. Jesus, I can't take it. All right, thank you. Thank you to my backup mods. While y'all figure this out, honey, we'll be back. All right, we'll be back again. I will check in on y'all again. But for now and in between time, baby, I got to go because this shit is too much for me, child. I did not know that this shit was going on. But, baby, so True TV Podcast, thank you so much, all right, for helping backup mod for me as well as Rose Armstead. Okay, thank you, Belle Wilson, Tyra. Thank you, KBR. Thank you, Scorpion Miss. Thank you guys so much. All right, I saw some content creators in the chat. Let me go ahead and thank you guys for being here. Of course, Schoolboy's in the house. Girl, What's the Tea is in the building. Purple Unicorn, I saw you as well. Sunny Days, thanks for being here. All right, do we have any more? Let me know. Mods, I hope y'all enjoyed the show today. Y'all got y'all laugh on. Y'all know I was going to add the food, right? Y'all know I was going to add the food. You knew I was going to get Heavenly's ass. Y'all knew it. Thank you guys so much. If y'all enjoyed all of the topics that we talked about, which were many, please do not forget to like the video, share the video, and subscribe. Of course, y'all know I love my caramelians. Thank you so much, Jessica, for being our new subscriber, okay? Because y'all know we act the fool. See how we act over here? See how uncouth y'all act in here? And I'm the quiet, shy one in here, okay? Caramel is the quiet, shy one, and my subscribers are the rowdy ones in here that be doing the absolute fucking most. And I just be sitting here like, why y'all act like that? But anyway, thank y'all for watching. In all due fairness, thank y'all for watching. All right, y'all know we're gonna add the food. I'm always gonna give y'all a laugh and a gag, girl, when y'all come over here on this channel. All right, but please like the video, share the video, tell a friend to come on over to the Camera Rail Show and subscribe. All right, y'all see how we get down. All right, thank you guys so much. Love you guys down. If nothing else, let's go.
Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 yo, go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range. Cause I grind through the climb, I me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain